time to mention, I will also have a dinner call here in an hour or so.
Hi, it's Gimpy. Hi, I'm Gimpy.
Hi,
Here, I'll
Gimpy.
change
Apparently,
my-
we're having an anime episode, so we have to be extra.
Extra thick.
Hi everybody.
Why are
the
we
stream
having an
chat
anime
is
episode?
active.
Why is this? Why is this happening?
Because you touched yourself. I mean, because we're friends.
Because I couldn't think of a better tag to put on the channel, and I wanted to put 5 tags on, so I'm like, it's suggesting anime, so I'll put anime.
We're a slave to the tags, apparently.
Just like me in E621.
Dude.
Well, we're not live.
Yes, we are!
Oh.
Yeah! I just said hi to everybody. We have been live for the past minute.
Oh my god, nobody said that we went live.
Yeah, I didn't hear that either. I was half joking when I said it.
Yeah, nobody said it because Zim didn't announce it, because you were all talking.
Oh well.
Oh, well, rip my life. And my pants. Ho, 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 ho. No.
Family friendly. We're live now.
No, it's a SpongeBob reference.
Ripping your pants is not...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. I am Razim. And this is Furry Dungeons and Dragons.
Hi.
Hello.
Shenzi, would you do the recap? Also, Elysian, change your icon.
I'll change mine too.
Where did Mahal go?
My oh mama.
At this point, it might become Surgeon Simulator. We're missing a few people. Tayto, not that icon yet. Brum disappeared on us. I don't know where Brum went. Somebody
He
go
did just
spam
say-
Brum.
He said he was helping his
probably-
mom with something, you remember?
He is typing in Fists of Furry right now. And he has returned.
Return to me, oh faithful one.
I'm guessing internet trouble. Oh, no, Discord did a thing. Okay. So anyways, Shenzi, would you be so kind as to do the recap?
Last time, we celebrated the dear god's birthday. It was crazy, though, that a lot of people died and they came back, and it wasn't even because of me. But now that we're all done dancing, we can get back to the fun stuff.
Yeah, tell them about you stealing a cadaver too.
I did no such thing, I just made a new friend.
You know,
Yeah, Tayto.
new friend. Huh? What was his name again?
Zug Zug.
Zug Zug.
The half-orc barbarian zombie. I forgot to make a sheet for him. But he's
Zug Zug
there.
needs a bath. Zug Zug needs a bath.
His flesh might come off in the bath.
Yeah, I would not recommend.
That,
Yeah, all the
sounds like-
fleshy things. Like extra armor now.
I mean, we would
it's
just
like
be...
soup with extra steps.
No, we'd be advancing the fact that he's already bones.
Okay, but that's like soup with extra steps.
Who would be eating that? Ew.
I would like to remind you all that you ate the sausage.
The leech sausage.
Yes.
Yes, and
Which
I also
was
ate the
not
maggot
only
bread.
it's not even an insect, it's a grub, if anything. What are leeches?
That is actually a very good question.
Point is, you stooped to eating one of the slimiest, most disgusting bugs in existence in sausage form with the tainted blood of your own party member.
Well, here's the first thing, okay? It was cooked really
It looks
deceptively
like
well. It looked like perfectly cooked food, mister. So we fell for that, okay? It's not like we just picked up whatever we saw and ate it.
Also,
Which you have done in the
Why
past,
are
by the
you
way.
blaming us for eating it when there's the person who cooked it in the first place?
Because the person who cooked it in the first place is controlled by an all-powerful deity.
No.
I
It's
was going to
because the
go with
person who
entirely
cooked
ignorant
it
of
in the
human
first
society, but
It's just guessing at what makes for good meat.
I mean, he'll eat leeches. He didn't get sick.
Yeah, well, you have a different gut health than the rest of us.
I mean... Anyways, leeches are apparently closely related to the earthworm.
yes, I assume I just don't know the proper term for their species.
Eat worms.
Well, their kingdom is Animalia, phylum is Annelida, class is Clitellata. I am probably butchering these pronunciations. Then you got subclass Hyrodinia.
Are you just
And-
reading off of Wikipedia?
Well, yeah. Did you expect me to pull out my encyclopedia and look this up?
Yes.
I don't
No.
have one, so...
I expected you to go into your encyclopedia of all human knowledge that you have, apparently. Just in a bookcase, in your study, that you built with your YouTube and Twitch money.
What YouTube and Twitch money? And besides, my bookshelf, is currently dedicated to tea and the housing of such.
I didn't know you were a tea nerd. I wish I knew that earlier.
I knew. He's mentioned it a number of times.
I must have not been paying attention.
Clearly.
I have a yes, just yes.
Yes. What's your favorite kind of tea? Well, you know what? No. Asking you your favorite, it's impossible. Give me at least your top 3.
Top 3 would probably be Samurai Chai Mate, Dragon Fruit Devotion, and White Chocolate Peppermint.
I'll take all but the last one.
Those sound like candles.
No, the candles sound like tea. Tea came first.
Oh.
Yeah. the
Before
tea
men
is first.
created light, they created a leaf, stewed in conveniently prepared hot water.
Tea candles. Like tea scented candles.
They're actually a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently, Hyrudin is a naturally occurring peptide in the salivary glands of blood-sucking leeches. That is a valuable drug for some blood clotting disorders.
Yes, it prevents the clotting. Is how they feed on you, similar to the way mosquitoes have in their proboscis compounds, which deaden the pain. We just happen to, as a race, be fairly allergic to it, which is what causes the swelling whenever they bite you.
Nah, it's because see, they suck on the sheep first, and then they get wool in our blood, and that's why we get itchy.
Oh my.
So I picked up this
Whatever world
really
you live in,
fluffy...
please stay there and be quiet.
I was right.
I picked up this really fluffy new cover for my microphone, and it's just so soft and fluffy, I kind of wind up petting it sometimes.
Aren't you?
I like it. Anyways, Talons, welcome to the stream. Anir, yes, tea is wonderful. Aizen, Nim would be fine on such a contest. Blue Queen, yes, I had a generous bit donation, which is going to help hugely in about the middle of February. Which happens to be
Holy
tax
crap!
season.
I just looked at it.
What are you?
Wow.
What did I miss now?
1,100 bits got donated.
11,000,
I'm at 11,000.
Oh my.
which equals to $110.
That's big. That's a big
Jesus.
chunk of change.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure my friend was drunk when he did that.
That's no excuse. We will thank him anyway.
Tell him no take backsies now.
Oh, have we had a long rest, by the way?
Not yet.
Oh man.
Good. Double
You guys
checking before I
were-
include my spell slots.
You guys were partying all night.
It was what?
You were partying.
No, we were having a dance lesson, don't you remember?
A
That's
party.
not partying, that's just being nice to the recently bereaved.
Anyways,
Yes. Take his mind off of what he's lost.
so
Big
Tayto, you were starting to get rather woozy and stuff, because all of the motion and such has made your stump bleed again.
Oh, god damn, guys. Guys.
Quick question for you guys though. If the fact that she revived somebody from dead, even though he's reviving everyone from the dead after the whole party thing, does that mean the person that she has with us is technically alive?
No, because Zugzug was dead for more than 5 days.
Hmm.
Zugzug was dead before the deer came, so he stays dead.
Oh, okay.
He stays not dead.
Undead.
Undead, yeah. Same difference.
Okay.
So anyways...
Anyways, I'm bleeding. Okay, how much damage do I have?
Not a problem. We'll just rewrap the bandages and apply a new poultice. Tell me if that's too tight.
Little bit.
You managed to prepare a haphazard poultice and wrap. You actually utilize the wrapping paper from the gifts that were given to you last time.
Wish not, want not.
And yeah, it's at least enough to hold him until he gets to actual medical professionals.
Because we've tried that already.
I mean,
They were in the... To be fair, the doctors were dancing. Well, being forced.
and the nurses,
And the nurses.
and the
everyone.
patients.
Okay. Everyone was dancing.
And the patients kept dying
Yes.
because they
It was
were
a
already
tragic
sick.
day that the dear God caused. But at least we got some trinkets out of it.
I bring death and destruction everywhere I go. It's okay. It's okay.
Alright, my leg is bandaged, kinda. Now,
That is simply up to you.
let's see, we're still in Helgabal. I assume... Where even
We
are we
are-
right now?
On the... Or in the wagon. Did we leave that at the docks or pull it up to the hospital? I think we left it at the docks.
You left the
Let's go to the
wagon
dock.
at the hospital.
Oh, okay.
Okay, clarifies. So we are in the wagon at the hospital in the middle of a no longer dancing Helgebog.
It'll be like
That
a
is
day
correct.
for everyone to chill out and recover from
I-
having to dance.
Do have a question though, and this is an important one. If the people were dancing for approximately 5 days, give or take a day, and the people who died during that time are revived at the end, what about the goldfish?
Hmm.
I mean, they don't last that long if you don't feed them.
I
Okay,
mean, there were
every
multiple
goldfish
people.
died making this session. PETA, if you're watching, we don't.
We don't condone the murder of goldfish. Thank you.
This is why I'm asking. We need to know where we stand on this humanitarian, fishitarian issue.
They would have been restored to life.
Thank you. I feel better already.
I would have just linked.
Now,
Death
what about the goldfish that was eaten by the cat, who wasn't fed by the people who were dancing?
for Mater.
I do believe he died.
Mahal,
because-
you feel a rumble in the ground.
Uh-oh.
You feel like it's a warning shot for now. As a boulder lands right next to you, by the way.
Enough of the warning shots already. Sorry, Resident Evil had to put it.
Anyways, what you guys doing?
Given that maybe the town has recovered a bit, we'll go see the doctor about my leg, which might get an infection because of these gift wrappings.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
should
it's
probably
definitely already,
We should definitely seek professional medical.
Might also explain why I'm woozy. Not the loss of blood, but because I'm running a 102 fever.
Oh, it's infected? No!
We don't know that yet. Let's go to the hospital and find out.
Azeroth, redeem those who actually invested in strength and see if we can carry our friend in.
Oh, God.
We had a gurney. We can probably use that for most of it, but we need to get him to the door.
I'm usually like, I don't know, 220-ish, but I lost a good 15.
Well, Incarnata Giam, for thou art crunchy, and good well with nachos.
Then bite me.
Oh my goodness.
Do you really want to lose more limbs? I don't think you can afford to lose more limbs, friend.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, we might as well retire you. We ain't going to Grandma's house if we don't got you. Or maybe we do drop you off at Grandma's house and Grandma takes care of you forever.
actually, I don't think his grandma would take care of him after that.
Okay, fair point. Anyways.
Maybe his mother would. She builds boats, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Surely
let's
that's a
try-
lucrative trade up there. I mean, she could probably afford to take care of you.
His grandma would probably make him go fight something in the hopes that it kills him.
Grandma's fun. Anyways, let's go. I guess we'll try to carry him to the thing.
She's harsh, but she's not cruel.
Oh wow, that was actually pretty decent.
Say, all you needed was a little exercise the day before. You've been sitting around too much, sitting on your champion's laurels. Get out and move. Get that blood pumping.
I did my stretches and my squats.
You're right. I should go for a marathon jog.
I don't know that I would recommend it in your condition, but if you truly feel it is necessary, I'm willing to support you other side.
How about we don't? And let me just carry him over already. You have no choice in the matter. You're going to carry to the doctor.
Okay, so
Azeroth.
one moment. I lost my entire vocabulary.
Azure. Oh.
I know.
A-E-I-O-U. Does that help?
A-E-I-O-U-Y. Kake Kukeko. Lale Lule.
Just do my damn leg.
Oh, are we dealing with the lolly? I can't do it. Fuck. Patriots?
Lale Lulelo.
By the way, Tayto,
Oh,
you're not being dramatic enough. We are
And-
anime tonight.
No, we're not.
We are.
D&D characters.
So should he
Christopher.
like be saying goodbye? This is the end for us to just save him at the last second.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Basically.
Oh, guys, you're gonna have to leave me here. Gee.
No, don't give up. We shall
we-
carry you to wherever, to the hospital.
We shall carry you to the hostel of eternal health, and we shall have many adventures together. Do not give up.
You're not shouting that enough.
I'm not about to shout. Not.
And your lips are actually synced up with your voice.
I don't know if I can unsync my lips. I don't think that's a skill anybody except Francholicus can do, and even they can't technically do it.
But it's anime, so if you scream, you immediately get a strength bonus. To your...
Well, then you should probably
You're-
scream so that way you can actually.
No, you scream so you can carry me. Just carry me. Take me to the doctor.
Take.
Are we at the doctor's yet?
I've been carrying you, by the way, so.
That's why I'm asking them.
Yes, you've made it to the hospital.
Wonderful. Where in the hospital?
To the
are we? Front door?
hospitemple.
Hospitemple.
Yes.
Okay, we're at the
hospitemple.
hospitemple.
You're at the front door.
We shall take you into the hospital.
We go inside.
The front nurse is sitting behind the desk, doing paperwork as if nothing ever happened.
We need to readmit our patient. You should find him in the logs from yesterday.
Oh dear, what happened?
Bad infection.
To be honest, it's a very long story, perhaps best explained to the practicing physician, so we don't have to tell it twice. We don't have enough time in this
Unfortunately, I
episode for that.
do require that you explain the full story to me first, and then you'll have to do it again to the doctor. But of course,
Okay,
you
long
have to
story
explain
short-
to the
Don't let them
nurse.
explain the story.
Long
Damn.
story short,
I'm
he
the
was
patient.
dancing till his leg broke off, and then it broke off again because we were forced to dance even more by an god. Dear God.
That's
And,
not even what happened.
Well, you tell him what happened.
Thank you. Let the patient describe the injury, please.
That always annoys me in hospitals, though. The nurse is like, sorry, but you need to tell me what's wrong. Great. Now, are you going to pass it along to the doctor? Oh, no, you'll have to explain it to him again.
You gotta make
Thanks.
sure that things stay consistent. I see how it is.
Is that why they do that?
I guess.
That actually would make some sense. I still don't like it.
Can I?
Okay, so here's the issue. I got stabbed in the leg, and then the wound got infected to the point to where I had to amputate.
Oh no.
And even before then, they kind of over-leeched the leg with leeches. So, got stabbed, infection, leeches, too many leeches, had to cut it off, and then I was forced to dance a bunch with just reopen the wound. And now we're
I
here.
see.
There's your story.
Now, what seems to be the problem?
Mhm.
I still have the infection, I think. The leg is the stump is still bleeding.
Oh, you have a stump.
My leg, yes, I lost my leg. Are you okay?
I'm just
Are you
playing them like
okay?
they do in the in actual hospitals.
Are you
Oh,
okay?
God. Oh God, I'm in an actual like North American hospital.
Yeah, be
I
ready
do
for
see
the bill.
friend Tayto. There are fates worse than death.
You must tell him how much it hurts on a scale of 1 to 10 quickly. Maybe she'll understand that.
It's
always
at
10.
a 7.
No! Wrong answer. 10.
Now-
It's always 10.
How much does it hurt?
How about 9.5?
Out of 10.
I apologize, but we only accept full numbers.
Fine, 10.
10.
I see. You don't seem
am
to be
holding back my
experiencing
food.
absolutely horrible pain.
Can I see the physician now, please?
In a while, please have a seat. Shenzi, being in the hospital, a place where people go to eventually die, fills you with inspiration. So on your sheet, go ahead and, check the inspiration thing to give yourself a little star next to your portrait.
You get a good boy sticker.
Oh.
If you're even there, Shenzi!
Uh-oh.
Shenzi!
I
Maybe
guess
you'll-
Shenzi's not getting a good boy sticker.
I think Shinji may be experiencing child technical difficulties.
Shenzi's death was a blow to us all, but we will have to overcome and, of course, avenge her. Her death will be avenged!
Or, it'll be overturned. Or she is necromancer and all.
Shenzi
But
is
isn't
now
it like
undead
some sort of,
hyena.
union rule or something. If you die, someone else has to come back and pull you back out of the grave.
Okay. Now, whose voice was that?
Just idle commentary from an absent friend.
Oh. Didn't sound quite like Zale. Shenzi!
It's because Zale wouldn't actually say that.
Shenzi! She
Just
said,
come back
"Sorry,
to
I
it
just-"
when we get there.
Oh, there she is.
Give yourself an inspiration point just for being in a hospital surrounded by dead people.
Ooh, we're surrounded
Is-
by dead things? Is that
Yeah,
is
we're
that what you
surrounded
just-
by dead things. We're in the hospital.
Hospitemple.
Hospitemple.
Also, there will also be death of Tayto's credit score.
Is there
They don't
even
have a credit score.
I don't
Not
have
that
a
I
credit
think
card.
necromancy will necessarily work on that one. There are limits, no matter your power.
Yeah, reanimate my credit score.
Shenzi, you
My-
actually got Riseroth redeemed influence to give you inspiration randomly.
Aw, thank you, Riseroth.
So, Potato, what are
So-
you doing? You've been told to have a seat.
What am I doing? I'm having a goddamn seat.
Not enough
How-
shouting as you do so. Or maybe it's crying out in
Shouting.
despair. We'll leave that to
To be
Brum.
fair, I am kind of in a lot of pain. So if I shout a little, don't take it personally.
Tato, give me a constitution saving throw.
Okay.
By the way, everybody else, where are you all?
Brum is assisting Tayto.
I'm in the hospital with Tayto as well.
I'll be with Tato.
Tato, you are
That extra
surrounded by
1d4
your...
must have been from Brum.
Yeah, that didn't get removed after last time.
Whatever, I rolled an 18.
It's definitely been longer than, what, a minute?
Pretty much. We just haven't advanced around or had a rest.
The entire time I'm looking at my stump. Does it look...
Actually, in assistance to that, Brum will cast a little bit of magic.
We're sorry, but we ask that you not interrupt the patients in the hospital. Please allow our physicians to do the proper magic.
It won't affect the patients directly. It's simply a little mind
Please
trip
do
to help
not.
them deal with the pain. Perhaps you could provide an anesthetic then.
No, we require that he remain as is, so that we may explore his injury in full.
That's an unusual way of phrasing that, but very well.
So
Tayto, a half hour
Tayto,
passes.
on his own, inspects the the general area of the stump.
Are you pulling off the poultice and wrapping?
No, I am not.
You
I'm
can't really
looking
see a
like-
whole lot through it. It is
More
starting
like
to
a-
bleed through a little, though.
God damn it. Nurse, I'm actively bleeding. Can you at least replace my wrappings?
We're sorry, but our triage nurse will be with you momentarily.
I have to say, we had better service yesterday.
Ha! That was
Tayto,
a
give
good
me
one.
another Constitution saving throw.
15.
You are able to make it through another half hour.
I inspect my leg again.
By the way, you
question.
guys are the only ones in the
That
room.
was my question. Brum will wander up to the reception desk. Excuse me, please, but my friend has been waiting here for quite some time, and there do not appear to be other patients that are presently queued up before us. May I inquire as to the delay?
Sir, please be patient. We are working as fast as possible.
I simply wish to understand the full
Sir, please
reasoning
sit
behind-
down, or else we will have security escort you out.
Very well. Understand, though, that my review
Just
on
come
Yelp
back.
will not be
Don't
favorable.
make it any last words, Vin. Just come back. Tato is actually yelling at Rum right now.
Another
Listen,
half
it's
hour
bullshit.
passes.
You and I both know it's bullshit. We'll just stay here, wait by their rules, whatever.
I'm reading a
Tayto, I need
magazine.
another Constitution saving throw, please.
20.
The dressing on your leg is starting to drip on the floor a little.
Slight issue, by the way.
Yes,
It has been, what, 2.5 hours now?
an hour and a half.
Brum's getting twitchy.
No, Brom can't keep still.
Exactly. For those who are not aware, Brum's race has a feature known as hyperactive. But his particular sub-race has an extended ability known as hyperactive. So he is going to do one of two things, depending on whether he can contain himself. Oh, hell no. Brum's going to start playing with his hypnotism spell.
Haha.
Sir, we require that you not cast spells. If you continue, we will remove you from this hospitemple.
Oh,
Oh,
tonight
what the-
he's cast it.
Brum, go outside.
What does
There.
it do?
Just take a moment.
Hypnotism,
Oh.
wisdom save from Tayto.
I choose to
Tayto
fail.
succeeds.
I choose to fail.
You cannot.
Dang it.
Unfortunately, that was my last level spell, so that's all I've got for you.
Oh no.
Apologize, it's simply wanted to see if it would help ease the pain a bit. Do you have some magazines I could read, perhaps?
Sir, I have to ask that you and your friend leave.
Wait,
Oh,
so
great.
this
You got us
hospital
both kicked
refuses
out.
refuses services to people who need?
I would like my deposit back.
You have not made one, an official record.
No, I have a receipt for it right here. I wrote it myself. You'll find it listed in the old ledgers.
Well, it's gonna be in their ledges for sure, even if it is another person's handwriting. It's
I'm
just the proof that
getting
they went around the
visions
corner.
of going into Walmart with some random item. See, I have a receipt. I wrote it myself. Now give me my refund.
Horrible.
Honestly, you should have been able to roll a persuasion
Oh my
a long
goodness.
time ago.
Who hurt their dog? Not cool.
He's whining because he wants to go upstairs and we're not letting him, and he knows why he can't go upstairs.
Oh, that sounded like a pain out.
He does that when he doesn't get his way.
Oh, he knows how to play you. Oh, how rude.
He's not going upstairs. God.
By the way, do I have any wound at all? Like, damage?
You would
mean,
be at
I'm missing
about half health now. You've been
31
succeeding your
damage.
your Constitution saving throws, which is keeping you from taking more damage.
By chance, I would ask to speak to the head nurse or somebody by now. I'm like, it's been 2 hours. If by now my friend
real
hasn't died...
quick. Brum did roll a persuasion check. What was that for?
Trying to get his deposit back if they're kicking him out.
No! Convince them to
Alternatively,
just
it
leave me
could allow us to remain and fetch someone with more authority to examine my friend to determine the extent of his injuries.
We will
He
get
said
someone.
He's missing a leg.
We will get someone to you as soon as possible.
I feel that I should inform you that I have certain high-placed connections which I could spread.
At
the
this time,
full
someone else
accounting
comes
of your
in.
rude behavior.
As
Is at
you're
this time what?
speaking, someone else comes into the room, into the hospital, goes up to the desk, and she immediately sends him back. You overhear that he's got some kind of stomach trouble, perhaps from too much cake.
I
Listen,
assume this is a
too much
female nurse,
stomach
being
trouble.
a classic and cliche.
Listen, right now I don't need to see the actual physician. I just need somebody to do up my bandages again so to stop me from bleeding. I don't need a physician for that.
Our triage nurse will be with you as soon as possible.
Tell me, how many nurses actually work in this establishment?
319.
And how many patients are currently residing in this establishment?
I apologize, but due to our privacy policy, we are unable to reveal that number.
Okay, well, how many vacancies are there in this establishment?
I apologize, but if I told you that, you would be able to then deduce how many patients are here.
Not really. There could always be more patients than there are doctors. And that's true for any medical facility, so says the field medic. Anyways. I don't feel like your place actually
Just
does
be
anything.
aware that your suffering is noticed by the deity, and it is appreciated. Someone will be with
Appreciated.
you. Will be with you
Deity, the deity,
shortly.
We're getting out of here.
This is a temple for the one that I can't remember the name of
Mhm.
right now.
It's off the top of my head as well, but yes, he is. His is more stoicism in suffering, not needless suffering, though. So someone's misinterpreting, and I think it's this lady in front of us.
Unfortunately, it
Regardless
is the
of
only
what you
hospital in the town.
believe is happening, my friend requires immediate medical attention. If he does not receive it, then we may be forced to look elsewhere, and I will be forced to inform my contacts in the gendering shipping society of your behavior here.
Threats are not appreciated and will not get you service sooner.
Neither is allowing my friend to suffer out here with no succor or recourse.
I'm gonna start looking
For
around.
the love of God, stop speaking for me before you get us thrown out.
Tayto, I need another Constitution save.
Of course you do.
Brum
Here
will
you
sit
go, I
down,
passed it again.
unless the DC is increasing. Brum's character needs to go get food. I will be AFK for about 5 minutes.
Well, great.
Shenzi's gonna start rummaging for bandages.
Where? You're in a waiting room.
Oh, we're in the waiting room. Okay. Okay.
Like, you know, the ER waiting room, except no TV or
Yep.
anything to keep you distracted.
This is like when I had a gushing nose and I sat in the ER waiting room for like an hour. And by the time I even got to see the physician, it had stopped. And he didn't even cauterize the area. He was just like, "No, we're not even gonna. It stopped, so you're not an emergency anymore. Bye."
Let me guess,
that
they
happens.
still charged you.
And then they still charge you. Yeah, they did nothing yet. They still charge
Well,
you.
then wait. Why'd you stay after it stopped bleeding?
No, I was there with my teacher.
You should have stopped bleeding. I mean, the moment it stopped bleeding, you should have left.
Well, I didn't know it stopped bleeding. I had a plug in it.
Oh. Oh, you didn't do what I did. Oh, I had a real fun well, story for another time. It's a fun one.
Anyway, I'm getting PTSD flashbacks of that. Okay.
So, the nurse gets up from her desk and heads off. It's been about 2 hours of waiting. And she heads off into the back with no word to you.
She's gone?
She is gone.
Is there anybody else in the waiting room with us?
Nope, just you.
Well, I'm gonna try and sneak my way back there and find some bandages for Tayto.
I'm gonna lay a turd on her desk.
I'll stop
Okay.
from that one.
I'm not
Gonna
actually
stop you
going
from
to.
there.
I'm not actually going to. I'm not actually going to.
Good.
But I really will try to sneak back there, even though I'm a necromancer and not a rogue. I'm going.
You're going to get caught so fast.
Okay, give me
Sensei has
a
to take care of her friends.
Why
stealth check.
don't you
Guys, if we're in a
go
deity's
buy some
medical
bandages from the general store?
thing, yeah, technically that would be faster and more
Technically,
efficient.
the only one who has to stay in this room is Tayto. The rest of us can
No,
just.
no, it's too late. She naturally failed.
Okay.
It's
You can
it's a
shut the
nat
fuck up
failure.
and look at my roll.
She already
Shenzi,
rolled. We can't stop it now.
you start heading into the back. You open the door and you get in there. You slip through the door nice and quiet. And then you hear a very loud crash behind you coming from the door you just came through. Zug Zug was not able to figure out the door mechanism.
Oh god, Zug Zug! Oh, I forgot to tell him this today. God.
And, well, he kind of just broke down the door. Skeleton Gib is standing there as well. And they're both trundling through, knocking over various equipment on their way. There's a tray of leeches that gets knocked over, spreading leeches all over the floor. At this point, you have about 3 nurses on top of you before you can react.
Well, that was a fun excursion of. Don't associate
I'm sorry,
with us.
I was just coming to ask for help.
What are you? You are making a mess. What is with it? Why is undead in this holy place? Out of the hospital now!
Well, you're not with us. Don't associate with us.
I need help.
Who let a necromancer in here?
Oh,
Tato
man.
knows the situation right now.
Yeah, I know.
He
which
gets
is-
it.
You all saw it.
We all saw this necromancer just come in and try to ask for help and go through the back door while in her own jurisdiction. She wasn't with us to begin with. Just
Yeah.
walked in. Play the part, Sensei. Play the part.
But I need help.
We cannot
Tato just-
assist you and your unholy creations.
Can you at least tell me
Tato-
where to find some bandages?
Tato, don't enter.
No.
That
You
the only
must
thing Tato's gonna
leave.
do is like face away.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you're leaving.
So much for saving lives. I leave. I just walk out. I act like I don't even know anybody in the lobby, and I just go. and I'm gonna head around to shops to see if I can find some bandages, because I'll probably be back faster than Tayto gets taken.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Nim is out in the yard currently peeing on one of their trees.
Mm-mm-mm. Such a cunt.
He didn't bother trying to go in.
Mm.
Tayto, I need another Constitution saving throw.
Let's just get some bandages from the
I am
general
rolling
store.
high tonight.
Yes, you are. And Shenzi's rolling bad.
I'm sticking it out like a trooper, you know? My leg, it's bleeding all over the place. There's a lot of blood actually on the floor.
There really is.
Yeah. And some of that blood's like infected. So this is a major health hazard for the hospital.
It should be fine. If it is a temple, hospital,
Hospitemple.
hospitemple. There we go. If it's a hospitemple, they should be able to cover that.
Yeah.
somehow.
Elysian is gonna go to the store, buy some
Also,
cleaning alcohol and bandages.
Well, I'm already on my way there, so I guess I'll meet.
Then I'll join Shenzi.
I feel like
Nim,
I
of
should
course,
She
probably...
goes
doesn't get
with
in any more
Shenzi.
trouble.
Excuse me, can I try to roll? Well, darn, it would be a religion check to try to figure out what this place was again. The god of this place. Wouldn't it?
Yes, but I don't remember. I mean, it's clear, but I don't remember their name.
I mean, like, no, to see how their hospital works. If I recall how their hospital works, you know, the hospital of this god in particular. Or this deity, I should say, I'm sorry.
Give me a religion check,
Okay.
but with disadvantage.
I already
Actually, no,
have
just
no
give me a
positives.
regular one.
Oh.
You've got no idea.
Yep, okay. I know nothing of this place or this realm of people. Sorry, this is not the deity I am under, so...
After about an hour, Tayto, I need another Constitution saving throw.
Woo!
Just all day, every day, high constitution.
It's been about 3 hours now. The nurse finally comes back to the desk after about an hour from when she left.
Must have been her lunch break.
Is she covered in blood?
No,
Okay. The floor is, though.
it very much is, yes.
Brom will have unpacked his lunch by now and offered Tato half.
A nurse comes from the back room holding a clipboard. Mr. Tayto.
Yep.
Oh, are you, it is time for you to come back, yes?
Oh, lovely! Yay!
Please hurry, we do have other patients to get to.
Azeroth carry.
I'll carry him. I'll carry him to the thingy. I mean, to the room.
We're sorry, but others may not come back, only hospital staff.
Okay.
Well,
I'm gonna need a stretcher then.
or
I
self-
see. I will be
Wheelchair.
back momentarily then.
Oh god, it's going to be another hour.
Oh god.
Should I
Shenzi
just roll my
and
save now?
Elysian. Yes, go ahead and roll. Shenzi and Elysian and Nim, you
Finally,
guys
a failure.
are, you know, able to make it wherever you want during this time.
They went and bought some bandages.
Okay, so I guess I've got some bandages and
Bandages, it would basically be a healer's kit that you'd be getting.
No, heroes kits are 10 uses, include other remedies.
Oh, if that was the
Bandages,
case,
I might
already...
say, is silver for enough.
Yeah,
already have
you
those
would
kits.
probably want a healer's kit as well as bandages separate. So whatever the cost of a healer's kit is...
Brom has a healer's kit already.
I have a healer.
Well,
Wait,
then
no, I don't have a healer's kit
bandages,
anymore.
you'd be looking about 2 silver.
okay. I start heading back towards the hospital.
Tayto,
Yes. How much damage?
you take. How much health do you have?
I have 62. I'm down to 31.
You take 11 points of damage.
42. Nice.
You are also starting to fade in and out of consciousness. After another about 40 minutes.
Actually, Brum would like to go outside while we're waiting.
Okay.
He needs to find something. Are there any squirrels about? I'll take a mouse if not.
Like, are you asking for anthro ones or regular
No,
ones
just
or?
actual squirrels.
Okay, give me a. We'll say survival.
Squirrel Whisperer.
Any rodent, but squirrels are preferred because, familiarity.
You're not able to find squirrels in the middle of the city like this, but you do find.
Trust me, I live in a city, they're everywhere.
Yeah, they are normally.
You live in.
Okay, let me rephrase. I am presently occupying a room in a city. They're everywhere.
And they're tasty.
You're not
Regardless,
able
I
to
find
find that, but you do find a rat.
Right, that's enough. Brahma's going to use Speak with Animal, and he would like to ask this rat a favor. I do not like what I've seen of this place, little friend. I do not know what you've seen, but I fear for the life of my friend Tayto. Would you be willing to ride with him and come and inform me if anything untoward looks to happen? I will pay you in cheese.
My bribe has been paid. Made.
It'd be
The rat agrees.
It would have been hysterical if the
Okay,
rat was
I'm
like,
going to
"Nah."
need to give you a sleight of hand check to hide the rat in Tato's gear. Maybe you can throw the rat stealth check on top of that.
I mean, you believe that you got it thoroughly hidden
Yes,
away.
I do. Don't worry, Tato. We'll be keeping an eye on you.
He can't even talk anymore. He's just gurgling.
I don't
Shenzi.
entirely trust these followers of Ilmater, but no matter what they try to do, you are my friend, and I will see you to safety.
Tito just gives a thumbs up, but it's like halfway up. He can't even fully raise it, and then he just passes out.
Sounds appropriate.
Shenzi, you make it back to the hospital just as the nurse comes back with a wheelchair and a very strong, buff man in a, basically an asylum worker.
Well, this time I tell Skeleton Gib and Zug Zug to stay outside, and then I go into the hospital.
You come in and see them loading Tayto into the wheelchair.
And it looks like they're taking him to psych.
Does she
Well-
notice that Tato is completely knocked out?
I would say she realizes that. It's quite obvious. It's quite obvious that you are unconscious from the way you're kind of just, ragdolling.
I love that word.
Anyways.
I mean, it's accurate.
So it looks like they're taking him to psych?
Yeah, give me an insight check to see if you can determine which way.
Well, I was just making sure if I heard you right or not.
they've got a burly guy from the psych ward because, you know, they're meant to be able to move patients as needed. You can tell that he's not actually going to psych. It's just that the psych ward, are they nurses?
Yeah, technically. Staff, if you want to be
And
nice,
sometimes they're
but-
called staff or
I wasn't sure if they were they actually had to have nurse training or not.
Don't you
staff-
mean
well,
Murphs?
It's staff or technician if you want to get technical, but
there's the word technician. Thank you.
Yes. Either way, you're able to tell that he's only here to help load Tayto into the wheelchair.
Okay, so Tato's at least finally being seen. Good.
Well, here's the thing, though. Here's what happens, okay? You go into the doctor's office, and then you wait again for like another hour until the doctor finally sees you for like 15 minutes.
I mean,
He's
my
not wrong.
local one, they take you into triage. And then you have to tell the nurse in triage what's wrong again.
That's
Then they
fine.
bring you back out to the waiting room. You wait
Yep.
another hour. Then you go back to the room, and then you wait another 6 hours.
I like the part where I waited 6 hours.
I mean, at least you're in a bed then. Half the time I wind up falling asleep.
All right, so let's continue. What happens next?
Tayto, you wake up to the nurse replacing your bandaging with quite expertly done work. Do give me another Constitution saving throw, though.
Oh no. My luck has run dry.
You did well to
Shenzi
make it
took
this
it back.
I would like to say
Uh-oh.
thank you, Shenzi, for loaning your luck. Tato really needed it.
Apparently.
Tayto,
You know
you
what?
are
Yeah.
brought back out to the waiting room. You take another 10 points of damage.
All right, I have 10 points left.
The nurse tells you, "Thank you for your patience. The doctor will get you back to a room soon."
That's the only sound Tato could make before he passes back out. Can I have him just pass back out?
Yes, that is acceptable.
Thank you.
Gurgle, gurgle.
Gurgle, gurgle.
So, Tato, give me 2 Constitution saving throws, please.
If any of them fail, I'm using my inspiration point to read.
DC was lowered because of the proper bandaging now.
Good.
So,
I'll keep my inspiration point, thank you.
the rest of you, are you doing anything for the next hour it takes before he gets back to a room?
Yes, actually. Brum is going to go make some banana bread.
Now that I know he's out of harm's way,
Going
I'm
into
gonna go see
brand.
if there's- I'm
And
gonna find a
Tato's
local.
player is going to take a hit of his pipe so he can sound more lethargic.
Wait a second. No. I was about to say there wouldn't be my church anywhere around right there.
Probably there would, actually.
Oh, sweet. I need to take care of some business there.
Brum, where are you going to bake banana bread?
In the kitchen, of course.
Of the hospital?
Barring any No. In the wagon.
Okay.
He'll share with Nim if Nim desires some.
Where are you getting the ingredients?
Hopefully the kitchen has them. If not, he'll go out and buy them.
That really depends on if you want to be able to take it out of the mansion or not.
And then we'll go out and buy them. He has, I think, enough of his personal ration to make some basic flour with. I'll give you an investigation check to pick up the rest.
Yeah.
Shall we say a silver for the ingredients?
I would be more. I mean, this is a colder environment where bananas are not common.
Yes, but it's also a port town. Your call.
You're lucky enough to
Actually, what am
find
I
someone.
Persuasion for a decent price.
There you go.
Apparently, Brum's just feeling a little slow today.
The ingredients that you need, you're able to source and pick up for, I would say, a silver. The bananas themselves are going to be, I would say, well, it depends on how many you're wanting.
I think it usually takes 3 or so to make a banana bread.
Yeah.
4 if it's a bigger loaf.
Are you just making one loaf?
No, if you're making one recipe, you may as well just double it. It takes less effort. Shall we say a gold piece for the lot?
I would actually say about probably a gold and a half.
Okay. It has changed.
And you have enough for 2 decent-sized loaves.
Excellent.
Luckily, this is a world of magic, so the bananas are in pristine condition. They do also have to be in season. You are correct, Riseroth. I've always been curious how we have bananas year-round in modern times.
Because tropics don't have as small a season window and greenhouses and other such
True,
shenanigans.
greenhouses would make sense. Either way, you do not... they are still in pristine condition here, though.
Yes, many of the shipping companies, such as the larger gendering conglomerates, use something equivalent to a stasis box, far more effective than your standard ice box. Expensive to maintain, but well worth the price when one can ship fresh goods around the world.
At least if people can afford the premium price to maintain it.
Just so.
Give me, well, Nim will help you with the, baking. He'll insist.
Ah, excellent.
You are not sure how exactly he's helping. Every time you look at him and what he's doing, your mind just kind of goes blank.
I must say that's quite the fascinating ability you have there, friend Nim. Perhaps someday you can explain to me how it came about to be.
Maybe someday.
I understand you are a follower of Selune, but I've never particularly heard of her gracing her followers with the ability to cook.
That's
Maybe
because that's just a part of being Nim, man. You know? Like, he's got a passion to cook.
I mean, technically, it could be explained away by his particular Paladinos.
Perhaps. I know Shantea, as a goddess of agriculture, occasionally enjoys a good feast, but...
Is one of them to feed the hungry? Is that one of his oaths?
No, it's basically to party.
Regardless, that is Brom's activity for the next hour.
Azeroth, you stated you were going to one of your temples.
Yes.
You said you had a purpose there?
I said I actually don't think. I was trying to remember what happened with the last options last time I went to the church. Totally blind for right now. But yes, no. Yes and no. I wanted to do something at the church, but I can't remember what I could do at the church. So, sorry.
What?
Did you not hear me?
You kind of just mumbled out a bunch of stuff.
I agree.
My
It was.
Discord's being weird right now, so it did sound like that, but pretty much everybody sounds like that right
Anyways, I said I forget what I can do at the church.
Pray.
A lot of stuff. I mean, you
Yeah, I
can.
know.
You can practice
Okay,
combat. You can pray. You can meditate. You can seek flagellation. You can.
You could seek the entrance to the complaint department and tell them about this terrible hospital visit we've had.
That's not our church. That's my church, not theirs. I don't follow their deed. But yes, combat practice sounds nice. And that's where I would be probably for the next hour or so. Next couple of hours, considering it.
All right. Tayto, give me 2 more Constitution saving throws.
Poor Tayto.
I'm gonna die today. I'm gonna die today.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna die today. I used one of my inspiration points to re-roll the 1.
You only have 1 inspiration point.
Yeah, and you used
I know.
it just now.
I only have 1, so I just used it to re-roll the 1 that I rolled. So a 10 and a 13. I failed 1. What happened?
You take another 10 points of damage.
Tayto is unconscious, which means that I can't enact my plan.
What plan?
My plan would be, instead of gurgling and just talking in nonsense, was to wake up and start spurting out anime phrases in Japanese.
You do get taken back. You next wake up with 1 point of health. Actually, technically it would be... Okay, yep, just 1. I rolled low. Technically it's a d6 of health.
だってばよ. I started with the worst one.
You are now laying in a bed. This particular room is... It's got curtains pulled back, but it is split into 4 individual... with 4 beds in the room. There are 2 other patients in the room with you. One is currently strapped down to his bed and spouting something you're not quite sure what. Give me an intelligence check or history check if you want to try and figure out the language.
Normally I wouldn't do something like this, but I argue that it should be at disadvantage because of how lethargic Tayto.
I understand. I take that into account with the DC.
Oh, okay.
At least for something like this.
I used all my luck.
You're pretty sure that he is spouting some sort of demonic incantation, and you do have a shiver of fear at the possibility that a demon might get summoned in the hospital room.
That was Tayto. That was Tayto making that noise.
Yes, Anir. Reincarnate before regenerate.
God.
Shindeyu. I don't even know what the heck I'm saying anymore.
The other... the other
Shin
patient...
Don't teach my hamster to suck eggs.
Well, we have an influence. Tayto, you have inspiration.
Yay.
You feel this strange sense that Grandma is watching, and you really need to make sure that you impress her. You know, laying in a hospital bed without a leg, you still got to make sure you have a stiff upper lip, as they say.
Oh God, she's watching me. I can't let her die while she's watching. Or let me die.
I was gonna say, why would she die?
Haven't been
Hey,
Christmas,
hey,
baby.
I'm lethargic, remember? I'm not making sense right now.
Anyways, you have inspiration thanks to Rise Roth.
Thank you, Riser. I poop you. I poop your snoot.
Though maybe I should say no to Rise Roth and his influence, because he won't let me have a stalker.
Just go buy Stalker. It's a good game.
He's the Monday DM. And he
Well,
won't let me have one of the
Rika
stalkers.
wouldn't let me have a nightmare for Zale. He really could have done a lot with that horse.
You wouldn't let me be attuned to 6 items at once and have like awesome power fists and like AC 27 armor. I don't know.
I would like to point out that there are attacks and abilities that bypass armor entirely. You would not be invincible.
True.
Anyways,
A false sense of security will get you killed, my friend.
True. Thankfully, Tato's an anti-mage. Anti-mage, I meant.
the other patient in the room is a child who is sitting up in his bed. The area where his legs should be under the blanket is mysteriously flat.
Oh, not so mysteriously.
And he is currently just staring directly at you with a very large, toothy grin.
Tato just laughs back at it, but he's kind of hallucinating a bit. So to him, it just looks like a clown.
Usually, you don't get to pick your hallucinations, I would like to point out.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
It'd
Can
be
I
far more likely to
hallucinate?
imagine his legs replaced by a squirming pair of leeches.
Yes, we will say that. Also, Tato, people are allowed to redeem what influence they want, but I do reserve the right to, you know, to deny an influence if it does go against the narrative.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And that is on every single influence.
Okay.
So anyways, Tato, you are no longer losing health. You
Yay!
are staying in this more loopy state because you did lose a lot of blood and it doesn't exactly come back in seconds, but you know.
I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. Tato just keeps repeating that like a mantra to himself over and over again. I'm not gonna do it in mic though, but you know.
Okay. Azeroth, Brum. So it's been about 2 hours since you all left. Are you going back or?
Mm.
Brum will wrap loaves neatly in a nice thick towel. Kitchen towel, not bath towel, if that needs to be stated, because yes, we have a spa. And make his way back into the reception.
I am going to no longer fight things and instead going to do a quick, what was it, a prayer. Gonna do a prayer for an hour. Who am I?
You're going back to the Hospa Temple?
No. Am I?
Brum?
Oh.
Yes.
As soon as you
Reception
leave the
time.
mansion, the towel disappears.
Ah, right. I had quite forgotten. He'll take a handkerchief from his pack and wrap it in that instead.
Oh, goody.
Such unusual magic this group has come across.
I mean, that's the standard spell. So anyways, you make it into the hospital, of course. Azeroth, you said you are meditating?
Well, was it prayer or meditation?
Pray?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
there's a difference between the two. What does one do versus the other? I'm sorry.
They're basically the same. Really.
Oh, okay.
Prayer,
Just-
you're talking. Meditation, you're not.
Yeah.
Prayer for an hour. And we'll see.
If you're praying, you're likely kneeling, mumbling over an altar. If you're meditating, you're probably sitting with incense.
Yeah, I know that. I figured. First option, prayer for an hour. You won't see me. Catching up on my church work.
Kenzie, what are you doing?
Staring at flowers. I don't know what I'm doing, to be honest.
There is a very nice garden, a courtyard in the middle. Like the hospital temple is set up in like a box shape, and in the very center there is a very beautiful garden.
I guess I'll go hang out with the living stuff this time.
I like the way you put it too. That's funny.
Elysian, what are you doing?
Spending time with Shenzi and probably looking at the flowers too.
Tayto,
What's up?
as you are sitting in your bed, the hospital floor begins to shake.
Is this a hallucination? Or I don't know.
You wouldn't really be able to tell the difference between hallucination and reality.
Alright. Tato just shuts his eyes and keeps repeating his mantra then.
You are hearing loud clumping coming down the hallway outside. And the vibrations in your bed are getting louder and louder. And your eyes are staying shut?
Yes.
Baby, why didn't you tell me?
It's your friend.
Tato.
Didn't know until I got here, honey.
It is, of course, the lady friend of yours that has come in to dutifully sit by your bedside.
No.
Honey!
As the closest thing to a significant other she was allowed back.
Wait, what?
Oh, you don't know about Tato's Minotaur girlfriend?
Oh, I remember the girlfriend part. I mean, You said closest thing too, and I have to think really hard. Do they even allow that? But never mind. Go ahead. You're fine.
Yeah?
Well, they didn't allow us back there. Anyways, just go ahead.
She sits in one of the chairs next to your bed. The thing is creaking and definitely unhappy about the very large minotaur sitting in the... Well, it's rather small for a regular person. I don't remember her name. I can never remember her name.
Ms. Lily Proudhoof.
Okay.
I could have told him. It's my girlfriend.
I mean, to be fair, you did forget her name at one point. But anyway, she is doing the dutiful girlfriend thing, sitting next to you, stroking your hair, and just whispering sweet nothings to you, and trying to comfort you in your situation.
Does Tato still feel like Grandma's watch?
He does.
Hey, it's my girlfriend. Check it out, Grandma.
Lady Lily gives you a very concerned look.
She scries on me at times.
She looks doubtful, but just nods in acceptance. Tayto, you feel comforted.
Yeah.
Brum, is there anything in particular you're doing with the bread?
Yes, is approaching the receptionist's desk. Is it the same lady?
It is a different one now.
I would like to visit the patient known as Tayto, if he is out of his treatment.
I suppose that would be allowed. Just go back. You'll want to make 3 lefts, and then you'll go right, and then another left, and then up a flight of stairs, and then you want to go down the hall, another right. I believe he's in that
writing
room.
this
So
down, by the way.
she just lists a plethora of instructions on where to go. Doesn't give you a room number, but just tells you where to go.
He dutifully writes it all down. Thank you. I will make my visit brief. No reason to burden the ill with our antics.
Following the instructions, you make it into the room. They were very spot on. Though you do believe that she might have led you in a couple of circles here and there.
That's
Just
fine.
some loops to get to where you were going.
Just to make the instructions longer and make her feel more gratified that her position is an important one, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway,
Tayto knocks politely on the door.
there is no
Or
door.
not. Brum. Fine, knocks politely on the door frame.
Tayto.
Tato.
First off, Brum, are you sticking your head in at all?
Not until he hears a response, no.
Okay.
Tato just gestures him in, like,
Can't see.
come in!
Tayto. I'm glad they finally got you.
Hang
How
on,
are
hang
you?
on. As Brum does knock, the patient spouting what you think is a demonic incantation starts to speak more fervently.
Oh, right. You wanted a history for us to determine what language, right?
Well, yeah, you could make one, Brum. But Tayto, you as he's speaking more fervently, it looks like Lily is sprouting demonic wings from her back. As you look at the door, it looks like an imp has come in instead of, Brum. But it is bearing 2 loaves of bread that smell delicious.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you know what? Tayto is now pointing at Brum. Okay, you had me there. You had me until the bread.
Tayto, are you quite all right?
No, I am not.
Mm. If they don't
I
ever
am
go out.
aware that you've suffered a great loss recently, but we will get you past this. The adventurers exist who have lost limbs, both arms and legs. Usually not both together,
Dude,
admittedly.
listen. I know you think you're talking words right now, but really it's just all demonic sounding to me. I am hearing things and seeing things that are not reality.
Oh, he knows this by
I'm
now.
just gonna shut my eyes, I'm gonna plug my ears, and I'm just gonna repeat to myself, everything's gonna be okay.
To be perfectly
Tayto?
clear,
You had me until the
Sorry,
bread.
Brum.
The moment the bread came up, that's when Tayto knew. It wasn't real.
Tayto.
What?
Before you close your eyes, the imp shifts and becomes what you can only describe as the specter of death itself. Complete with a scythe.
Ah!
Aw, I want
actually,
a
we've
scythe.
met him. He wasn't so bad a chap. He fed us and everything.
He's almost adorable with how small he is, but,
I want a scythe. Aw.
It's in the player's handbook. You can buy one.
No, but then I wouldn't have this hammer.
You can carry both. You're strong, little boy.
Yeah. So anyways, Tayto,
I am here.
that just happened. What are you doing?
Tayto is now just frantically saying, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be okay, I'm gonna be okay. Instead of just a mantra. That's the only difference you've made. He is, I mean, you can give him the frightened status if you want.
No, I'm just looking for roleplay here.
Oh, okay.
But that
I
is
mean,
acceptable roleplay, I'm just saying.
Mm-mm.
Yes, it's in a hamster ball, too.
What?
What the
No, that was the heist.
The Spectre of Death.
Spectre of Death is in a hamster ball. The Spectre of
Okay,
Death is in
so
a
to
hamster
be
ball.
fair, if you have to deal with death every day, and most, or many of those at least, are related to catching an illness, would you enter a hospital without a personal germ bubble?
That
be
is
honest.
really smart, actually, and that's what should happen too. It's like every patient, instead of just getting a gown, should be in like some kind of full body suit. Just imagine, like, before they're even allowed to set foot into the hospital. Why don't they do that? Imagine how much cross contamination goes away when people are completely sealed until they're being actively seen and treated on.
He's listening, guys. We need to take care of
You said seal.
him. Anyways.
And Tayto is now just saying this to no one. By the way, that wasn't in character. I mean, that was all in character. He is speaking complete nonsense.
To Brum's eyes, is Ms. Proudhoof actually there?
Yes. Yes, she is.
Excellent. Brum will move over to her. Ms. Proudhoof, so nice to see you again. Thank you for coming to support Tayto in his time of need. He seems a little disconcerted at present, so I won't stay long. I baked this banana bread for him. If you could share it when he comes back to his senses.
Oh, darling, that is just adorable.
I love your voice for Lily.
And Tayto has died officially. Good job.
I'm not entirely certain I like this hospice.
Bruh,
If you could watch over him while you are here.
she picks
I
you
would-
up.
Oh, big hug.
You're
She
adorable.
picks you up and gives you a massive hug. You are completely enveloped in her arms and drooping, drooping bosom. The
Brum
only
pats her
thing that can
back
be
as best he
seen,
can.
the
You
only
can't
thing
pat
that can
her
be
back.
seen of you is your tail sticking out between both arms.
I assure you, you are not petting anything. You can't reach her back.
She has a crush on you.
Aha, aha. Brum says something to the line of,
Brum, you take 6 points of crushing damage.
okay.
You're a sweetheart. This is what they all get.
Tato's just in the middle of laughing and crying. Like, I know it's like I'm reacting to this out of character, but let's just say my
I
out
want
of
to know how
character
the hug
is in
affects his
character
vision
right
of the
now.
hamster ball.
The hamster
man.
ball isn't actually there.
I know.
Tayto,
Hallucinating.
in your eyes, the hamster ball got popped. That's the only
Oh
way
god,
you
he's
can
out of the
describe
ball!
it.
He's out of the ball!
But in your eyes, your demonic girlfriend is currently crushing death to death.
Oh.
It doesn't look like a hug at all to you. It looks like she's actually trying to squish it.
You go, my three-headed goat chimera-ish girl
Cow.
bull. I
Cow.
love you. I love you both.
Female is cow.
I mean, I know you're death, but my job wouldn't exist without you, so, thank you, death. I want to give thanks to that dear god that made me dance. Actually, I take that back. Screw you. I want to give thanks to. I want to give thanks to Grimace. Grimace. His name was Grimace, right? Greaves. That's it. Nah, I'm sure it was Grimace. Thanks, Grimace.
That's amazing.
I want to give thanks to you guys. Can talk over me at any point right now. That Tayto is speaking nonsense.
I'm having too much fun listening.
I'm winning an award to best trip. I mean, wow, this is the best loss of blood trip anyone's ever had.
Riseroth, why do you actually have Oscar emojis?
Oh god.
Because he's a winner, Zim.
I foresaw this event.
The only thing I don't want to thank right now are just, I don't know, that evil god that the cloak's like. That guy. He's a douche. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Safe for work stream. He's a butt face. Lily, what would happen if there were no evil gods? Like, would the world just explode? Do we really need the evil gods to exist? Can't we just have good ones? and ones that don't give a crap?
Both
But
Lily,
apathetically, not maliciously.
both Lily and well, I, in your eyes, doesn't mean that Brum actually is. Uh, Death's head, which is just a skull, kind of pokes up from her arms, and she and both she and it are just staring at you.
Their eyes are deep, dark pits of absolute blackness. Blackness, cannot talk.
Wow.
Deep pits of absolute blackness.
You know,
Sucking in your very soul.
guys, if I wasn't completely aware of this being a hallucination, my hunter instincts would have kicked in.
Tayto, you are
And I
not
probably
aware that
would have
this is an
reopened.
hallucination.
Hey, yes, he is because of the bread. The moment
He's
you brought the
hallucinating that
bread
he's
out,
hallucinating.
Yeah,
Give
he
me-
already said that.
He's hallucinating that he's okay. Okay, I will accept
At this
this.
point,
He's
it's
still out of it,
like
that he thinks he's out of it, but he believes everything still.
yes.
Believes it's only the bread that he's actually hallucinating.
Yeah, the moment you brought out the bread, that's when Tayto knew that something wasn't right. That no way, this isn't real. And that it's just Lily right here. This is Lily. Hi, Lily. Say hi, Lily. Say hi to the camera.
Hello.
What's a camera?
Nurse! Nurse! Nurse comes running in quickly.
I didn't know you knew Draconic.
Oh my god. Wow.
The nurse comes running into the room,
What
looking
does the
around
nurse
for
look like
what's...
potato?
I was gonna get to that. Be patient.
Sorry. Sorry. I'll just wait here and cringe a little.
The nurse runs into the room. Her entire body looks rotted and decayed. Every footstep she takes looks like the floor just starts to crumble away into dust.
Okay, good one, guys.
She comes over to the side of your bed and reaches out with a gnarled hand. Her pinky falls off onto the blanket, and where it hits, the blanket begins to just shrivel and decay away. And she reaches for your face with this hand.
I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here with, that face I always use when I'm just completely shocked or disturbed. Hold on, wait, I'll grab it. I'll grab it so you can show everyone. I'll post it in Fist of Furry chat. There, that's me.
I will put it on stream for you.
So he's just sitting there, laying there more like, just with that face, like,
Fancy a Google
But-
it.
Tayto is laughing this hard too. At this point, just at how ridiculous everything is right now,
Natural voice.
but also because he is completely delirious. "14 viewers today. People love my suffering."
The
It's like
nurse's hand touches your forehead.
"How hot am I? Hot tamale, hot tamale."
And
What's
a
a
moment
tamale?
later, you feel
What's
a
tamale? Hot tamale.
you feel a calming sensation spread over you. And you slip back into unconsciousness.
Date bayo. You know, because it's anime. We put anime as a tag in this.
Someone's rolling in the grave right now.
Continue.
Oh. She turns to Lily and yourself, Brum.
Has
Hey.
Brum been released from the crushing hug?
Slightly. Enough that you can wiggle around to face outward now. Now she's kind of holding you like a plush. You know, just in between both
I don't
arms.
have
And
anywhere particular to go for the next hour or so. I suppose I could remain here. And there is only one chair, after all.
the chair creaks dangerously. Oh, so Tayto goes AFK, huh? Brum is... Brum is one of those therapy pets.
Oh god.
No, let's see. We have to do this properly. I will give a checked therapeutic is to Lady Proud.
You just broke out for 90% of what you just said.
Something check for Lady
Charisma
Proud.
check for just how therapeutic Brum is for the Ms. Lily Proudhoof.
You are incredibly soothing, which makes her definitely not want to let you go.
Good luck with that.
I have put him to sleep for the time being. The doctor will be in shortly.
Thank you. He seemed quite out of it there. And I fear he has had a very hard week.
After about 15 minutes, nurse comes in and pulls the bed with the child out of the room. You're not sure where she takes him, but, you know, no longer in the room. Another 15 minutes, someone brings in an empty bed again to replace the one where the child was. About 10 minutes after that, another patient is brought in, though they just sleep in their bed. Not the one where the child was, but the fourth bed in the room. After another few minutes, actually, Tayto should really be here for this. We're going to take a small intermission, I think. We will be back when Tayto gets back. It should not be too long, but, you know, we'll be back as soon as we can. And I just realized I forgot to change that to actually being D&D, so I can't actually switch it to, you know, this thingamajigger. So let me just do this and a bit of that, and voila, we have magic. So, we will be back in probably about 10 minutes, guys. Thank you all so much for your patience. I need to step away myself, so thank you for your patience, and we'll be back soon.
Epic bathroom break, go!
Yeah, let me try something here.
There.
SMH, guys, SMH.
Nah, Gordon's got a 5.
I'll roll 20. I'll watch. I got a 5 too.
I can't roll Rook.
Here's
he's,
your 12.
got a round.
Without the 3. Okay, well, this one. 7. We're not rolling ones at all. The time when rolls don't matter. There we go. We got a 1.
Yes, but it's far too late now.
Okay, we're done, Zim.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am Razim, and this is Fist of Furry Dungeons and Dragons.
We all took bathroom breaks.
And we took a small break.
I just kind of checked in on everyone. My mom's sick, and my dad's getting sick.
And now you're in the hospital.
Yeah. And chances are, Tayto's sick. I mean, he kind of is already from a lack of blood, but I mean, like, infection sick.
Infectious.
So, Tayto, while you were gone, the kid that was in the room with you was taken out. The one speaking the demonic incantation is still there. A new one was brought in who's just been sleeping the entire time. And now, for the exciting continuation. And
Tayto's still.
Wait, you didn't do the preview before we went for intermission.
What? Just let the man continue.
Up.
Elysian,
Yes.
your allergies are acting up from the garden.
Ha! Elysian doesn't have allergies.
He does now.
Ah,
Da, da, da.
No, you need to actually give me a reason for him to have them.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
you have developed allergies. You developed them throughout the campaign.
There's a mysterious plant there that you are unknown to. Oh, suddenly you are allergic. Congrats.
Shenzi's here with me. Why isn't she allergy prone?
Different people have different immunities. Now get over.
Your character is sneezy now. Just deal with it. He could give you like hives if you want. I could give him ideas.
Your eyes are stinging and bloodshot. You feel like crap. Your nose is all snuffed up. You just feel like shit. And no, I don't have to give an explanation on it. Because,
Fortunately,
you
we're in the
know-
hospital. You might be able to find some medicine for it.
Yeah, you might.
Doctor will
Sounds
see
like
you
a
in
good
9
idea.
hours.
Anyways, into the hostel with the sneezing Elysian, trying to ask for help.
Please take a
Easy,
seat
yeah.
and we will be with you shortly.
Shortly in King Ever.
Tayto, it has now been about 7 hours since you first arrived at the hospital.
And I still haven't seen a physician.
You are regaining consciousness. You're not
Yeah.
feeling quite as fevered anymore. You are still hallucinating a bit, but it's not quite as bad. Lily looks normal again. She is holding a strange plushie, a stuffed animal that is just kind of hanging there limply in her arms.
Is that for me? Tayto, like, takes the plushie and hugs it. Oh, he's lovely!
Brum, are you
I'm not
resisting?
entirely certain you should be exerting yourself in your condition right now, but okay.
Oh, it's magical. It talks. You didn't spend too much, did you?
Lily
you
just has
imagine?
no words.
If they'd actually, if what was it, Walt Disney made a plushie of Brum.
Milt Didney.
Milt
Milt
Disney, thank
didn't
you.
he? Uh-oh, we need another lawsuit again. He's in jail now because he threatened a judge.
And everybody else.
Yeah, he threatened literally everybody in the courtroom. I like this judge too. He was a goblin.
Goblin with a very deep voice.
I loved him. I want to play golf with him.
Well, maybe you could have with your, your sugar daddy.
Oh no, him and I broke up.
Yeah. When he was like, I want money to do this.
No, him and I broke up because of the relationship. Like he was our lawyer before we hooked up. It wasn't cool. He knew it wasn't cool. We broke it off. We're still cool. And Tayto is saying all of this, by the way. Even that part. And that part.
So now you're just no idea what's going on. You're just, just rambling at this point.
Yes.
As you are sitting there, or laying there in your bed,
Me, Lily.
Lily eventually just kind of falls asleep in her chair. Luckily, she is positioned against the wall. She's leaning back against it. Her snoring is quite loud. You can hear the window panes shake a bit with each snore. When an anthro rabbit comes into the hospital room. Yes, I'm looking for the one without the legs.
You want to eat my legs? Oh,
No,
I got one.
I have instructions to prepare a prosthetic leg.
Oh, we were going to carve a new one for him, but if you have one on hand, that would expedite things significantly.
Is it this one, yes?
Yes, his name is Tayto. You should have him in your patient book.
Hey, I got a last name too, you know.
Actually,
I
didn't
wasn't
know,
given
Tayto,
a...
you never introduced yourself to me.
I was not given a patient log. I was just simply told to come and prepare a prosthetic. Yes. I will assist you. So it is him, yes. It looks like he is missing... He is definitely missing a leg, yes. I see that.
I'm missing a lot of blood.
I was expecting him to be smaller and missing both legs, but I suppose I will get to work. No, do not interrupt me. Do not disturb me at my work.
Brum. Wait. Brum? Tayto now realizes that he has been hugging Brum like a stuffed animal this entire time.
Are you feeling better now, Tayto?
You do feel very soothed because he is an incredible therapy plush. Literally, what did you roll? What was it? 23
total, I think.
Yeah. A 23 on his
more
therapy
adorable
plush.
in my hallucinations, dude.
I don't know how to take that entirely, but
Compliment.
thank you.
Okay, I'm just gonna set you down now.
Be
Okay.
silent! I must concentrate.
Yes, bunny.
You feel a very sharp stab in your leg.
Ow.
No more comments! Now then, let us see what we have to work with. Yes, yes. Ah, you have a strong magical energy about you. That is good. It will be assistant in our prosthetic process. Yes. Let's see here. He pulls up a heavy metal limb. It is clearly not the right size for you. Looks like it was meant for a child. He does have both a left and a right, but he only puts on the left one.
Which leg
Brum
did I
is
lose
raising his
again?
paw.
I forgot which leg I lost.
It was your left leg.
Thank you.
Quick, look down. Tell me which leg I lost.
The rest of my blood is going down.
Alright, so this may sting just a lot. Okay? Okay. Do not scream because I will be interrupted. And would somebody shut up that other one?
But I must insist you may be making a mistake here.
Brum, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okie doke. Kind of hard when you're being hugged. Would you like disadvantage on that because he's being
You were
hugged?
put down.
Yeah, I specified.
Oh, apologies.
It's all good.
A needle flies from the rabbit and embeds itself deeply into your arm. It is immediately numb.
It was quite a shot. But I still have to.
And you
Yeah.
fall unconscious.
Yo, can you hit me up with that too?
Be silent! You
I'm
must
not
remain
controlling
awake.
half of my actions right now, and I could go for a trip.
You must remain awake.
Okay.
Brum, you are actually still conscious. You're just not able to actually control any of your muscles enough to stay standing, let alone speak. But you're still conscious, so you can still look out of your eyes and stuff. Just,
Brum chooses to look out of his eyes. What does he see?
I mean, they're technically still open, but you're staring up at the ceiling because your body just kind of flopped.
I'm
Like,
getting
it
some
went ragdoll.
sexy leggy.
So the technician pushes a band around your stump, and you feel an absolutely a blinding amount of pain.
Do you want me to roll for that? To not scream?
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh, I thought it would have been Constitution.
Wisdom is more your ability to control yourself in that regard. You let out a blood-curdling scream. Lily is awake again. The rabbit is still working and just reaches up and flicks your nose. Be silent, I said!
Trying!
Now, does this hurt? And he adjusts something, and again, you know, it explodes in pain. Not quite as bad.
Yes, a lot!
I see. Yes. That should be sufficient. It will hurt like this for a good, probably about a month, but the leg should resize itself to your proportions. I swear it was not supposed to be this big. And they told me it was 2 legs that were missing, but whatever. You are taken care of. You will need to spend time practicing with your new leg, but after a while you will get the hang of it. He hands you a card. On it, his name is labeled as Neon I Vec. Artificer Extraordinaire. You now have a magical leg.
Wait, if it's magical, then won't the limb itself resize to him?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, okay. I thought he said the leg would resize. Like what?
Yeah.
No, you're going to shrink to fit the leg. Because the leg
Like-
is small.
No, like my stump would. I'm sorry.
You
Jeez.
lost a lot of blood today.
Listen, I lost a lot of blood. Okay, I'm still seeing things. I'm still hearing things. That guy over there was speaking some kind of demonic. I don't know. My girlfriend turned into a 3-headed something. And you, Brum. I mean, you still look like a plush to me, but before you were like a demon, an imp thing. I don't.
Oh, you want your plush again? Yes, I suppose I could do that. He picks up the very limp Brum and just kind of drops him on you, Tayto.
Thank
Before
you,
packing up
Leafman.
his tools and heading for the door. If you wish for any attachments, do give me a ring. I am right there on the card, and I would be more than happy to assist. For a nominal fee, of course.
Ooh.
Also,
That
you will
sounds
receive my
cool.
bill.
Ah, yes, the bill.
He leaves.
Bill.
Another a half hour passes. Turlix,
So
Why was
Elysian.
it called The Cosby Show? if
Elysian,
the
you are
main
still
character's
waiting.
name was Cliff Huxtable.
You are still waiting in the emergency room, waiting room.
they have tissues, right?
No.
Yeah, it's the hospital temple of Ilmatar. They don't know.
Is that how you say it? Ilmatar,
Ilmatar?
not Ilmater? I don't really
I
know.
don't know actually.
I like Ilmatar better than Ilmater.
Probably right.
I
is
believe it
probably.
is technically Ilmater.
Ilmatar just sounds better.
The
Eh.
Church of Ilmater is less than likely to have puff soft tissues for you to dab your eyes with. Sackcloth, maybe. Dirty,
Yeah.
ash laden.
Elysian,
sackcloth.
your eyes are watering quite a bit, and you just feel miserable.
Trying to rub the water out of the eyes, keeping them closed.
Sir, if you fall asleep, we will not be able to assist you.
Not going to fall asleep.
I fell asleep.
Tato didn't fall asleep when he was in the waiting room, though.
And it
Passed out.
doesn't help.
Tato
that-
went unconscious. There's a slight difference.
Fair. Show us your passing.
So anyways, Tato, you have a new leg. After
Yay.
about a half hour, the nurse comes in. Oh, was a technician in here?
Yeah, I got a new leg.
Oh no. I'm afraid that that's going to need to be removed, and it was meant for a child that was, oh no.
Brum makes very quiet grunting noise.
Brum, you are slowly regaining access to your muscles. Of course, the first to recover is your voice box.
I tried to warn him.
It's true, he did. My plushie here tried to say, don't do it because I'm not a child. But, I didn't even come here for a prosthetic. I just came here to replace my bandages.
I see. Well, the doctor will be in shortly.
Another
hour
the wound's
passes.
already closed. Like, this is gonna hurt a lot, isn't it? No matter. You had better get me some really good gifts for Christmas because of how much I'm suffering today. Okay? I want those suffering blessings. You hear me up there?
You feel a sense of dread.
Damn right I do. Ugh.
So another hour passes. Brum, you have full use of your body again.
He serves banana bread.
It'll be like another 7 hours in the hospital.
You still haven't been seen by an actual doctor.
No, I've been seen by an artificer. I didn't get seen by a doctor.
Well, get used to the legs. Walk around on them if you can.
It's about to be removed.
Well, hello. How long does it take for anyone to do anything in that hospital? Time. You have lots of time.
Oh, okay, fine. Hold on.
technically you
I
could
stepped
just
down
leave.
on it. Like, I try to walk. What happens?
Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Do it. Sorry, Tayto.
16.
You feel an explosion of pain.
Oh, no, I should not have done that.
And you collapse.
Perhaps it would be best if we got you back in bed.
Brum,
Here, I can continue
Brum?
reading from the books you bought.
you're still being held by him.
Oh! Oh, no! Oh, no, I'm so sorry, bro.
Ms. Proudhoof, if you could assist us back into the bed, it would likely help.
So, Brum, at least you cushion Tato's fall.
It's okay.
But
we
you
didn't
take
fall
another
that much.
5 points of crushing damage from
I am
Tayto
so sorry.
falling on top of you.
My friend needs my help right now. Happy to do whatever I can.
I don't know any healing spells, but you should probably do something with a healing spell for yourself. It's okay, the nurse isn't looking.
The nurse isn't even there.
Not a problem. You see, every night when we rest, we magically recover all of our hit points.
All right! Boy, I do love magic.
It's called the magic of restoration natural.
Lily Proudhoof is annoyed.
I'd be annoyed too if I was with me right now. I'm so sorry, honey.
It is not your fault, baby. I'm getting you out of here. They are not taking your leg back.
This leg's for a kid, though. That'd be cruel.
She picks you up
You're at
in
half
her
the
arms,
Oh, I don't have a choice now.
size. Oh, yep.
along with Brum, and just leaves. Some of the nurses try to
Lily?
stop her, and
Lily, you forgot my banana bread.
Forget the bread! We'll make more! There's more at the manor!
Some of the
Come on,
nurses,
Lily, let's come get that bread.
No.
some of the nurses make a move to try and stop her, and she's just trucking on through.
For
She
the
actually,
bread.
knocks over one of the nurses. One of the security guards comes out of his office ahead to see what the commotion is. Sees her barreling down the hallway, and basically goes, nope, turns around and walks back in.
Wait, someone in this building actually has an iota of intelligence. Or would that be wisdom? That'd be wisdom.
Listen, these guys are all massively lazy. They won't stop her at all.
I mean,
he
she is
that's like
also a large size minotaur.
Yes. And she is lovely.
I would like to point out that at no point in any of our adventures has anyone attempted to ascertain Lily's level or character class.
No,
I'd be scared
no
to
one
find out,
has.
honestly. Just gonna point that out. You don't ask a minotaur their age.
Yeah.
For the records, it is level 17. But I won't say what class. She's
I
had
picked
a
a
lot
good
of
one.
life experience.
I picked a good one, guys. Well, she picked me, really.
Actually, we don't know who picked whom because there's an entire censor bar over that section of the story.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
basically just woke up in her bedroom.
Yeah, in handcuffs too. I was
Yeah.
handcuffed to her bed. That's how. I mean, she could have just drugged me one day.
No, you were
It's kind
drunk.
of scary to think about. I was
You
drunk?
got
Really?
Yeah, you got heavily drunk and wandered off into the night and woke up in her bedroom, handcuffed to her bed.
Holy crap! I wonder what I said to her when I was drunk. I'm gonna have to find out what happened.
Nah, it's probably best to leave it for now.
You're right.
You did good with what you got.
But what if she asks about the day we first meet? It's gonna be terrible if I'm just like, oh, I'm too drunk to remember. I gotta know what happened. How did we meet?
Okay, Tayto. In this world, there exist certain beings who, for a price, will answer any question you have.
Also, memories like that are highly prized by the Raven Queen.
I wasn't going to name names, but if you want to.
Nah, Raven Queen and I, we don't have a good reputation together. You know, what with me being involved in stealing a contract from her.
No, you don't.
What? But does she not remember my face?
No, you know, she's saying you're right. Saying you're right.
Oh,
I'd
okay.
say, yeah, you do not have a good relationship at all.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if I prayed to her, she'd like send cultists after me or something. I don't know.
She gets to the front door, and there's a line of about 3 or 4 temple guards. Well, not about. There are 4 temple guards there. Elysian, you see the Lady Lily Proudhoof, barreling into the emergency room. Shenzi, you hear the commotion and can see through windows as Lily passes by the courtyard.
My eyes are
Uh-oh.
closed.
You can hear
Although
it.
it is kind of hard to mistake a Minotaur's footsteps because he would have known that Lily entered the hospital.
Shenzi, are you doing anything?
You move out of the way, goddammit.
Yeah, I am not in the way. Raging Minotaur is not how I would like to end my life.
Now, you're in a garden looking into the building when she is walking down the.
Stampeding down the hall more.
She's not.
She's a lady.
Okay.
Word choice.
I follow at a safe distance behind to see what the hell's going on.
You can see her, of course, carrying both Brum and Tayto. They are currently... Brum is sitting on top of Tayto. Tayto is in her arms.
Miss Bone Chop, we appear to be leaving.
That's
Okay.
Mrs. Bone Chomp.
Actually,
Is
you have a
Tayto
point. I
okay?
apologize.
I think he's fine for now.
As she continues, she throws both Brum and Tayto over her shoulders.
Lily!
I'm getting you out of here, babe.
Lily!
It's okay.
Lily!
Just relax.
Lily, I have something to say.
What?
Marry me!
No,
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
Happy as seal.
She scrapes her her foot on the ground as the security guards are trying to block her from leaving. And she
let's
charges
go in.
right through them and the
moment.
door.
never mind. I'm talking. Can't you do this?
Hold on, baby. We're getting you out of here.
Brum is going to cast heroism on Lily.
I mean, she doesn't need it, but okay.
It's time.
She charges
It's just-
through the guards and the door into the courtyard outside and doesn't stop until she is at the wagon itself.
You know, with heroism, you could have, like, made her dramatic exit even more dramatic.
I think it was good enough as is.
Okay.
Mhm.
Nim is standing on the cart, kind of bewildered. He was curled up on top of it, enjoying the warmth of the sun, and just is like confused about what's going on.
Mr. Bone Chomp, we appear to be leaving. If you could prepare the cart.
Lily pushes Tayto and yourself, Brum, into the wagon and just shouts, "Drive!"
Oh, we're not coming back to this town again. Wait a second. You guys are leaving me.
Yes, Neon. Welcome. By the way,
Actually,
Tayto.
that's a good point.
What?
Is that rat still with Tato's possessions?
Yes.
Yes.
And Brum will call for him.
It comes out.
There is a large skunk wearing heavy armor, metal. You smell the metal. Probably in the Temple of Tempest. If you could go and fetch him, I will double your pay. Tell him, indicate to him in some way that we are leaving. Actually, I'll scribble a note for you real fast.
Mm-mm.
You don't.
This will be a casting of Animal Messenger.
Okay.
You left me in the.
Actually, no, with Animal Messenger, I can give a verbal note. Azeroth, hopefully this finds you in time. We are leaving somewhat precipitously. Things have gone a little sour with our hospital. Find us on the road. You'll know the wagon.
Neon.
Precipitously.
Tayto did not actually give her a rock. But he did not give her a ring or anything.
No, that comes later, when I'm less delirious.
He just got his leg. No, she did not. He proposed as she was carrying him out of the hospital because they wanted to take the leg that you just affixed to him back. Because you accidentally gave him a leg that was meant for a child.
And that wasn't meant for him at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we stole a child's leg. Hope that rests well on your conscience.
We're all adults here. And we're
Hey,
fine.
at least you're not going to be charged for the leg. He was already paid for the leg.
Yay.
So now the poor child's parents are going to have to suffer your bill.
Not really. They can't do that.
I mean,
This isn't modern society,
Fair.
and
Yeah.
this is the most powerful church in the region.
Couldn't stop a Minotaur, though. Not that powerful if you ask me, but okay. Well, yeah.
level 17 Minotaur.
Hey, Azeroth. This church obviously fails, according to Azeroth and Sympathy. Anyways, go ahead.
She's not technically part of the party, but she does travel around with them. Tayto, she and Tayto share a bed every single night.
Yeah, she's like a guest of the party.
Consider her a
like-
tag along.
Like, you ever play Final Fantasy Tactics? And you know how, like, sometimes people who are, like, part of the story, they come in as guests and they do their own things. You know, the player can't control them at all.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it is.
Here we
Yeah.
call them NPCs.
Right. It's like, I just said the same thing, but worse, didn't I? I mansplained it.
Oh my god.
Mansplain.
Do not maim, rob, or kill. NPC is not worth significant XP and does not carry excess amounts of cash, unique clothing, or named weapons.
She's a nice lady. That's what counts.
So, the wagon is trundling off. Azeroth, about an hour after all of this happens, you finally get the message. Because that was quite a ways for the rat to travel.
On tiny rat legs.
You could have picked the flying creature. No, you the rat.
Mm.
Seagulls are flying rats.
Actually, they're closer to flying
Now-
raccoons.
The question is, Shenzi, first off, I assume you went with them. What about you, Elysian?
I'm still absolutely in hell right now because I hadn't received treatment, so I'm not going to be able to get anywhere.
Well, but did you follow us out of the hospital, or are you still waiting in the waiting room?
Well, my eyes are closed from the water, so I wouldn't really see anybody leave.
You heard her smash through the door into the waiting room, which they
Brum
had just
also
put
called
back
you.
up, by the way, after Zug Zug had broken it down previously.
Yeah.
And then she smashed through the door to the outside, as well as several guards. You are very much aware of what is going on.
I guess I'd have to join just so that I don't get it. Maybe I can find something in the mansion to help.
Talk to Ignacio.
That's
knowledgeable
what I
about
was
these
planning
things.
to do.
Since the whole party is together, and the wagon has trundled off at top speed of about 20 miles per hour, which is really good for a wagon.
Oh god, I have a question for Ignacio now.
Can he perform a wedding ceremony?
You'll see.
For the
And-
record, rum can.
Now the big question is, where are you going?
Weren't we heading north, I believe?
But you don't have any transportation by river set up.
Mhm. Well, where's the next closest town with river?
Let me go ahead and bring up the map.
There could be some small place. Yeah.
Alright, so you are there at Helga Ball.
And I assume we ran north. I mean,
Well,
east.
Helga Ball, you need to get to the northwest.
Mhm.
Tayto's grandmother is in the Great Glacier, somewhere to the north of Castle Perilous.
Yeah, unless I can find a couple of river crossings, that's going to be an issue.
Well, I mean, we did escape the town, so where will we be heading?
You haven't escaped the town yet. Also,
No.
Azeroth, you're not actually there with them yet.
Well, I figure that much. Oh, well, fine.
Are we being pursued at all?
Do you
You're
want
in
to
a...
wait and find out?
No.
That's what I'm saying. You just escaped the biggest church stealing with property. Yours.
So, Tayto and company, where are you going to be going inside Helga Ball? Or are you actually going to be going for one of the gates out? Original plan was, of course, to get a riverboat to go to the west and through the Bloodstone Pass.
We could
Okay,
still
I love
get-
you guys, but my son won't stop being an absolute turd, so I think I need to go and just deal with him because I keep having to AFK.
Alright, thank you for joining, Shenzi. We'll see you next week, hopefully.
What is he doing?
For sure.
We have to
Everything.
pay attention.
Everything.
Yeah, I'd go with that everything.
Fair
Have the
enough.
first one.
I need to think about this.
Unfortunately, you cannot, Neon. It would be great if you could, but you cannot. So, you guys, where are you going?
I'm thinking. Should we stay or should we go? If we go, we will.
I'm not in these discussions. As soon
Okay.
as I got to the mansion, I'm going straight to the our incubus for help.
Technically, the only person that can talk about it would be the Brahm and him.
Certainly, I have experience traveling, but I've never been a fugitive before.
Okay, so you
not
know
for
the
about
lyrics to the
30
song
years at
"Trouble,"
least.
right? If we leave, there's gonna be trouble. But if we stay, it'll be double. So we gotta go. So let's leave this town. It was kind of crazy anyway.
But where are you going to leave it through?
We're not out yet, and it has walls.
We'll have to make a pit stop at Peltrack, maybe.
No,
Peltrack.
meaning we're not out of the city yet.
Yeah, I mean after we get out of the city. We
But
can-
how are you leaving the city?
through the gate.
Which one? Are you going north, south, east, or west?
Well, if I'm going towards Peltark, then it'll be east.
That is the opposite direction of where you need to go.
We technically have to go west along the river if we ever want to get anywhere, and unfortunately, after that
All
big
right.
ice.
Here's an idea. We leave town for a little bit. We just chill out for a couple days. And then we go back, we get our riverboat, and we just continue on the path to the glacier.
Problem. They've
What?
seen our wagon. It's very distinctive.
This is true.
Unless you hop the first boat you can find.
Well, even then, getting our wagon onto a boat ready to leave took, what, 2 hours last time?
Yeah.
They were planning to leave in an hour, but they were delayed an additional hour getting us settled.
There is one way out of this, but we'd be taking the longer way. We would have to go all the way east to Pellarch or whatever that thing is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And then ride the river down, and then to where maybe up towards the glacier. But then we'd be crossing a mountain on the way if we want to take the shortest route possible.
Hey, that's just how adventures go.
Yeah, but I don't think the cart will make.
Can the cart be turned into a boat?
That would be cool.
We need to speak with Ignacio and ask.
Yes.
We meaning you guys, because go for it.
It's not you guys, it's you guys because I'm not there. The only people that are there technically are Brom and Tayto and
Yeah.
Lily.
Brum, Tayto, and Lily are the only people who can actually make this decision, right?
What about Nim?
Oh, yeah,
that's
Nim,
You
true.
right.
chip in.
Oh, yeah, hi, Nim.
Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Puppy.
I will bite you.
Mm-mm.
I'll bite back, and it'll be infectious.
No, actually, that was cured.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about Sealfinger.
Anyways.
So, in Helga Ball, we're probably going to be wanted people. So, I think we should probably go towards Heltark. So we'll leave out whatever gate we're closest to, and I don't know, make our way to there.
The problem is, there's not really a way there except by the Bloodstone Pass. Because our wagon's not going to make it cross-country. Unless you want to spend the time installing shocks.
Maintenance may be required, but the wagon could make it across country.
Let me rephrase. The entrance north of the Kalena Mountains are probably not ground that any wheeled vehicle could cross.
True.
It's also magical, though.
True. So can it become a boat? This is a thing we should know.
Well, nobody's asked anybody.
Okay. Hey, DM, can the cart turn into a boat?
At least address the
As-
mighty Zim or the stag god.
As far as you know, no.
Okay.
As I said, though, as far as you know.
So this is what we do. Since no one else is asking yet, first I'll have Brum consider it on his own. Whether or not it's possible.
You think it might potentially be possible, but you really
But I
have no idea
how. Ignacio, how familiar
There's a
are
certain...
you with this?
Basically, Brum's the only one that could not succeed on that.
How familiar are you with this mansion and the wagon and its internal workings?
I don't really know anything.
Ah, unfortunate.
Oh, I got a question for Ignacio. Are some souls tastier than others?
Yes.
Which one's the tastiest?
Of the party, I would probably say yours.
And out of anyone's?
You'll have to see. Perhaps someday I will convert you.
Ooh. Hot.
Lols.
Alright.
And we'll
so-
remind you guys that you got this wagon from Greaves.
Mhm.
And his wagons could turn into a boat.
Which is what I've been trying to lead them to, but Brum wasn't there.
How is Brom not there?
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yes, you did!
I
Correction,
knew
I,
he had a
forgot that
boat,
was
but
a
I
thing.
didn't know that his wagons could turn into a boat.
Yeah, his wagons
Forgot.
turned into the boat.
Well, I guess we'll have to ask Greaves himself then.
Or you could make a memory check on your own.
Okay.
History.
I need to ask Ignacio what to do about my allergies anyways.
He sends you to the spa, a particular little room of it with lots of steam.
Yay, I guess.
Tayto,
Relaxing there now.
You remember that that Greaves had been able to turn his wagon into a boat.
Does he remember how?
No.
Like, what he actually did to make it into a boat?
You did not actually... As far as you saw, he just held up the control orb and it became a boat.
Tayto goes to look for the control orb.
Nim has it.
Nem,
Yeah?
do you remember what,
Hang on. I got some new meat in. Try this.
you're gonna tell me
And
what it
he
is first.
gestures towards a pot on the stove.
You're gonna tell me what this is first. I'm not putting it in my mouth until you tell me what the original creature was. If you can't tell me, I'm not trying it.
Well, then I won't answer your question.
Oh, fine, if you're gonna be petty like that.
The meat
Tayto takes-
is...
Tayto smells it first.
There is a strong smell of cumin.
First
As
off,
well
a little
as...
bit too much cumin.
As well as various other spices. The meat itself, for lack of an in-game, in-world description, it basically looks like chili. Real chili without the beans.
Okay. Let's give this one a
However, the meat is green.
Why is the meat green?
That's how it came.
You're not supposed to buy green meat. Green means it went bad, dude.
No.
Actually, various species of Hydra have green flesh and are quite edible.
Oh yeah, we had Hydra meat once.
Yeah, I cooked it.
But this isn't Hydra meat, is it?
No.
Okay. Do you know what kind of meat it is?
Just try it.
Can you okay. Is the answer going to be no?
Just try it, I swear. It's fine.
Okay. I'm going to take one taste, and you are going to get an honest response. Tayto takes a teeny taste.
It's not enough to get anything.
Fine. A small taste, then. Whatever.
No, you've got to try more.
What do I taste? Come on. Other than cumin. Like, I'm directly tasting the meat.
The dish itself in the pot with the meat.
And I don't swallow unless I specify.
It tastes interesting. It's a good taste. You think you could enjoy eating it. The meat has a very tough... it's rather tough and somewhat hard to chew.
Is this
but
goblin?
It is
Did you
bursting
serve me
with
goblin?
flavor. No!
Am I eating goblin?
No!
Okay.
It's orc.
You knew it then. You knew what it was, and you fed it to me.
Where did
I
you get
mean,
orc?
How are
meat
you
if there's
talking if you have food in your mouth?
I only took a very small taste.
Okay.
Like, I can still talk with food in my mouth when I have a small amount. It's not hard.
I think it's technically half orc.
only-
Tayto, you know, rightfully spits it out.
It does taste good. It is a little heavy on the cumin, but otherwise the combination of flavors is quite tasty.
I mean, it's good that I'm taking a bite out of the orc instead of the orc taking a bite out of me. But don't ever serve me that again.
Well, that's okay. I don't think I'll be getting more of that particular thing.
Thank you.
Where did you get orc meat?
It kind of fell off of Zug Zug.
So you fed me 5-day-old dead,
6.
6-day-old dead, undead orc meat.
Zombie meat.
Okay, Zim, new rule. If it came from an undead, you're not allowed to cook it. Unless we tell you to cook it.
Oh. Should I... Oh, wait, no, your leg's not undead. Okay, we're good.
You're not allowed to cook my leg. Where did my leg
Actually,
even
we
go?
dispose of that. We tossed it overboard into the river. It seemed unwise to keep a possible disease. Yeah.
Yeah, true. Fine. I mean, I
The
figured...
chance of infection was somewhat large.
Oh, I see. I mean, I figured Shenzi could reanimate my leg. Make it an extra butt kicker in combat. That would be funny. So we, I guess, are gonna go towards
Question mark.
right that place. Peltark. The giant spire mountain trail. Where we might actually meet some giants. Who may or may not want to kill us.
So you're traveling to the east towards Peltark.
Yep,
Not
we
if we
gotta
can
make...
turn it into a boat.
Oh yeah, that's right. Zem?
Boat. Nim.
Nim.
Yeah.
I meant Nim.
If you turn it into a boat, how am I supposed to get you?
We haven't left yet.
Yeah. Nim, you know the control orb for the cart.
Yeah, but
So-
hang on 1 second. I also need you to try this.
Okay, this time you're gonna tell me what the meat is.
There's no meat in this,
What is it?
I
then?
think.
You're gonna tell me what it is. Period. You're gonna tell me every ingredient you used. Because I don't trust you, man. You're feeding me. You're feeding me stuff that is
Questionable.
kind of really bad to eat.
But it's perfectly healthy. I've never
I
gone
don't
in
know.
Somebody
sick.
tell... Oh, Shenzi's not here. Oh.
Well, I mean, you did kind of make everyone sick with the leeches, other than yourself. But regardless, just tell me every ingredient you use, please.
Well, in this, there is. What was it? I did a little bit of this and a little bit.
What is this and what is that? You got to specify. What were the ingredients, man? You're not.
Well, there was some turmeric. We've got chili powder. There was some coriander, cumin,
Okay.
ginger, pepper, and yeah, that's it.
Mm,
Oh, water too. I also
So
added
it's
a
just-
little bit of wine.
So wine, water, and a bunch of spices.
Yeah.
Is this like a marinade broth?
From what I understand, you're supposed to You're supposed to put this stuff over top of rice.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds
It-
acceptable.
Looks absolutely unappetizing.
well, that's most sauces
It looks
in general.
like mush.
Doesn't look that great, but you didn't you didn't say any orc meat, there's no meat in this at all, is there, right?
Nope.
Okay, I'm gonna take a taste now. And Tayto takes a small taste.
I think.
Yeah, I think came really nice. Time.
You sniped it. You were waiting for that, for me to take a taste until you said, I think. You brat. Okay. So, what do I taste?
It's curry. And it actually tastes delicious.
You know what? I tell you, it doesn't look that good, but it tastes great. Over
There
rice.
is chicken in it.
Where
Or at
did
least
Okay.
the taste of chicken.
Okay, I taste a little bit of chicken there, though. You use chicken broth?
Maybe?
chicken?
Okay, whatever.
Has anyone seen Rook?
The bird?
Just saying, I haven't seen any chickens either.
Mm. Whatever, I'll eat a bird.
Birds
But
don't
not
know
rook. Rook, I don't even think rook's even edible.
I mean, Nim ate him
Yes,
really.
how did that
multiple
work for him?
times.
Yeah, but you ate him and then what? He kind of just disappeared in your mouth. It's not like you got any bird meat out of him.
Still.
I know.
And
It's
yes,
good.
most things
This
do
is-
taste like chicken.
Okay, this is good, but I gotta tell you something about the control orb with the ship, with the wagon. I mean, and Greaves.
Oh, I'm
Like-
also trying this vegetarian dish.
No,
maybe
no
you
more
guys-
tasting. No more tasting. Okay, let me get to my point. Before
I'm
I
trying
lose
to
it.
include Brum. He doesn't understand how good meat is.
Listen,
I
okay,
want to just
Brum,
be nice to you guys.
Brum is
I
not
want
an
you guys to
carnivore
like
like
me.
you. Okay, I don't even think meat will settle well in his belly. I'm pretty sure he can't even digest meat.
I just want you guys to like me.
Actually, I could. In fact, in my youth, I fed a bit of my parents to live my life differently.
Okay,
my own
you are cutting out, and it sounded like you said that you were fed a bit of your parents.
Yes, it did.
Yes, they fed themselves to me on a nightly basis. The toenail clippings, mind.
Ew.
Ew.
No. To summarize, Brum ate meat as a child, but made different life decisions later.
Oh.
It sounded
okay.
so much like you said that you were fed your
yeah,
parents.
Yeah, you were fed your parents. That's the narrative we're going with now. Like, or just that's
If we could, however, return to the matter at hand, we are approaching the point of a decision. Are you familiar with the use of the control orb for this vessel, which is also a house?
Oh, Brum! Perfect! You can try the vegetarian thing.
I
I made
promise
a
will
version
try
of the curry without the chicken.
I promise to try it and give it a full review after we have determined
Okay,
the
so
outcome
go
of
ahead,
this
come try
issue.
it. Here.
Afterwards,
no,
He,
not yet.
Nim,
Stop
It-
being a brat, Nim.
His entire appearance just kind of blurs out for you for a moment. And when he's done, there is a plate with rice and a small bit of rice and the non-meat curry on top.
I promise to try it. However, first we must know. Are you aware, can this house and the wagon upon
Oh,
which it
you
rests
need to try
be
it while
turned
it's
into a
hot.
boat?
It won't be good while it's cold.
Oh my god, just try it, and so that we can move on.
Please, Nim, listen to me.
I-
Can the house turn
It's
into a
going to
boat?
be gross if you don't try it.
Yes, if you can't answer my question, I'm afraid it will turn cold.
Oh,
But that would be
That's a-
terrible. So you
that's a
just need to
horrible
eat it
comment.
now, and then I can.
I'm quite looking forward to eating
But-
it, but we have to know the answer.
But it'll be cold by the time you get done.
it's like a game of food chicken right now. Either you answer the question or it gets cold.
But
And that'll
would
be
ruin
your
And I'm
it.
afraid that if you don't answer, then they will all be quite cold.
Yeah, we're gonna be here a while.
I tried to make you a
Meanwhile-
good meal.
Bro, we'll have a good meal, but stop this now, please, and just tell us what we want to know about the wagon.
You need to tell him it's a life or death
Yes,
situation.
I got the ingredients from inside the wagon for this. It's all prepared right here. I didn't get
Can
any
the wagon
mystery
turn into a
meat
boat,
for
yes or no?
this. It all came
Damn
from
it.
the wagon.
All right, all right. You know what, Nim, I'm about to invest in a muzzle.
But why?
Because you keep interrupting us. We need to know if this wagon can turn into a boat. Yes or no? Can it? Can we do
No.
this?
Can it be made worthy, to travel upon water?
Do you remember Greaves using a control orb to turn his wagon into a boat?
Yes. Well, no, he did not.
I remember him doing it.
He turned his wagon into a ship,
How does
more
that?
like a barge.
Do
Okay.
you believe that you could perform the same action on our own?
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Okay.
Then I shall enjoy this meal with relish.
Okay. While he's enjoying the meal, Nim, you change the boat, the wagon into a ship. Ugh,
It's really more of a
Please.
barge.
do it.
But it's not a ship. It's just a barge. It's like a river
If you do it
barge
right
kind of
now,
thing.
I will eat as much of this as you give me if you turn the wagon into a barge. Right now.
Not right now. We're in the middle of the
Okay.
town.
Right?
You feel a rumble.
I didn't mean right this moment. I meant like
Now I'm getting
That's it,
visions
buddy.
of cheating in Grand Theft Auto.
No. Imagine Arcade, if any of you played that. You could actually harpoon trees and drag your personal ship up into the mountains. Until they fix it and made the boats take severe damage on land. Bastards.
No, I'm just getting visions
so-
from Grand Theft Auto where you literally put in a cheat and boat in the middle of the street. Anyways,
I once used my harpoons to travel all the way to the desert city. In my boat. The stares I got were. So,
now who are you and what did you do with Mahal? Mahal never does anything but play Eve.
okay, so Kevin strong-armed me into being pirates. Made a flag and everything.
Are we calling it here?
Are we what?
Nothing. Alright, so
You
I guess
feel
we're
a
gonna have to
rumble.
turn the cart around and then get it out the other gate so that we can make our way to Peltark because we're about to become
No.
wanted here. No?
We need to leave by the west gate into the river. Or, well, the pier.
Okay, so let's get our wagon to the pier then.
The wagon is now a barge.
Okay, Zim, change it back, please. I didn't
Nim.
mean right this moment. I'm sorry. That was my.
Who is Zim?
I meant Nim. Nim. God dang it! I keep doing it. It's because the names are so similar. Why can't- Jesus.
That may have been designed on purpose.
Okay, fine. Please turn it back into a wagon.
But you said you wanted a barge so you would try the food.
Brum is eating, by the way.
I will.
Yes, but we
Okay, I will sell. Like, Tayto will talk in between bites.
Okay. He is serving you all manner of dishes, by the way. Not just the ones that he has already had you try. He's taking full advantage of this to experiment.
If you just wanted me to try your food, I would.
While he is doing that, you feel the mansion rumble as the wagon moves down the street towards the bay.
Okay, now let's turn it into a boat, into a barge, get it into the water, and let's make our way to the glacier. We're on our way to grandmother's house. Through the river and over the mountains to grandmother's house we go.
So, the barge is the mansion. Wagon is now a barge in the river.
Lovely.
Has
How much does
Azeroth
this
managed to find us yet?
Azeroth, give me an investigation check.
Aided by my rat friend.
Why am I never on that? Investigation.
Tales of a random barge in the middle of town are quite rampant through the city. People are almost in a panic over this idea because they have no idea how that happened. There are multiple wounded, but you were quite able to find your way to where that was.
Yay.
However, from there to find out where they went from that, you're going to need some more work.
Work as an...
More
Make another check.
investigation.
No.
Can the rat aid him in any way? It
I
should have
don't
a
think
sense
that
of where I am.
Does the spell actually let you have them lead?
Not so much, but it does give them a sense of where to return, I think.
Double check the spell.
No, I guess it gives them a sense of where to go. It doesn't actually allow a reply.
I will say, Azeroth, you can make the check with advantage because the rat does want its payment.
Yes, it does. Double payment. Double pay.
Oh,
Also, the rat now has a ring of feather falling.
Is it speaking in Draconic?
No.
How about Necril? I'd take Necril.
Oh, wow.
Azeroth, you have no idea where they went from there.
Make an intelligence check, please. Connect the two. Barge, river. Barge, river.
Alright, intelligence, I'll allow it.
Maybe they went to the mountains. Yep. That's pretty much what I got out of that. I figured they went to the mountain. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, Azeroth, you are headed the opposite direction to the east. Tayto, you are getting absolutely stuffed. Nim is bringing you all manner of food. You're not able to walk on your own yet. Lily kind of wandered off. You're not sure what she's up to. So you're kind of stuck there because you can't quite use your new leg yet.
It's fine, whatever. At least I'm getting a meal in me now. Tayto hasn't actually had a proper meal in days.
That is true. You're not sure what he's bringing you, but all of it is delicious. I rolled a nat 20 for the cooking check, so, you know, it's very well done.
Do I get any kind of benefit from that?
You have...
You
Fat
can-
sounds awesome! Let's get fat!
Okay.
Well, he should be fat.
You gained
You-
fat.
Fat.
You have advantage on most ability checks for the next 8 hours.
Cool.
Brum, you would notice how long it's taking. You're probably getting quite antsy about the time that it's taking for Azeroth to get to you. Elysian, you are feeling much better now.
Yay, I can finally come out and join everybody. Get up to our shenanigans we are trying to do. Seeing which, going up to Tayto, I guess.
Okay, you go up to Tayto.
What's up?
So, Tayto, what's going on? I've been in the spa for the better part of hours?
Got a new leg.
Well, yes, I saw that before I went into the spa.
It's only been about an hour.
Yeah. Tayto just eats more.
Good, Elysian!
What?
Sit down, I'll get you some food.
Listen,
I'm
Elysian,
not hungry.
I don't want to talk about it. Okay, I just want to relax. I just want to chill, eat food.
I am not hungry, Nim, but thank you.
He gives you the
Hey, you
puppy
have
dog
favorite
eyes.
kisses later. It's actually good.
Those don't work on me, because I can do those too.
No, you can't.
Yes, he can.
No, he can't.
What can he do?
Yeah, he's a wolf.
That
Do
doesn't
what?
mean you can do it, you're anthro.
Puppy dog eyes.
Do what?
Puppy dog eyes.
Yeah, besides, you're a grandpa. It's not exactly cute when a grandpa does puppy dog eyes.
I'd argue that any of us can also do the puppy dog eyes. You just have to tilt her head up a little bit and make the really big eyes, then whine
Actually,
a
I
little
found that
bit.
being shorter helps with that because one doesn't need to tilt their head back quite so obtrusively.
I said a
Yeah.
little bit. I didn't say a lot.
It doesn't work if they can't look down at you doing this.
Exactly.
Mm.
So no, you can't do it.
You're not a puppy, is what he means. He's a grown ass dude.
By that logic, Nim's not a puppy either.
Nim is looking shorter than you. A lot more.
So are we just bickering while the boat moves? Is that how it is?
I know
Probably.
the barge is sitting in the bay, against one of the docks where somebody could easily, find
Feel
you.
it?
Okay, yeah. Let's
Uh,
propel us
Brum
forward.
will
Let's go.
use another spell if Azeroth hasn't shown up yet. It's called Skywrite. He'll send a big message up into the clouds like one of those planes had written it. It says, "Party seeking lost cleric. Docks. Apply in person."
Person?
So you're replacing him.
Yeah. Okay. On one condition, Nim.
He's still just giving you puppy dog eyes.
Only if you tell me what you're actually feeding me and where it came from.
It all came from the mansion.
Did you place it inside the mansion?
No.
Okay.
He starts with a green chili.
Weird color for chili, but okay.
That's
I've
the
had
half
white
orc
chili.
meat.
Huh?
Oh no, is it the full orc meat now? Is it orc meat?
No, it's still half orc zombie meat.
And don't feed zombie to
Elysian
people.
still very much suspicious. Sniffs at the chili nonetheless.
It's a bit heavy on the cumin, but it smells delicious otherwise.
Wait, a bit heavy on the human?
Yeah, cumin. It's a
Cumin.
spice.
Cumin. C-U-M.
Oh, okay. I was going.
Yes, he's serving us human.
Just cumin on a plate.
That's horrible.
Why is it green? I'm pretty sure chili is supposed to be red.
That's the
Tayto
color
is
of
saying
the...
this out loud. It's half orc meat. It's zombie half orc meat, dude. You should give that one a
But with
hard
that,
pass.
Elysian gets up and goes to leave the mansion without another word.
I don't blame him.
Give me an athletics check. You barely stop yourself as you are about to go into the water.
We're at the docks, bro. You're on a ship.
What the is going on? Why? Wait, why are we in the water? What did I miss?
Everything.
He looks up.
Oh
Is
yeah, it
Brum
turns
on
out
the
the
dock?
wagon can turn into a bard.
Brum's probably up on deck by now if he's writing the sky message.
That is actually a spell.
Yes.
Wow.
Let me pull
Alright.
it over for you.
Azeroth, give me a perception check. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba.
I don't think I'm clicking the right thing. Yeah. Good. Bill. Kill. There we go.
Ba-ba-da.
Uh,
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
I see.
Alright, now give me an intelligence check. Or wisdom check. Either one.
Mm.
Actually, no. Give me insight. Give me a percentile roll, high or low.
Yeah.
You see the message in the sky. But you pass it off as, oh, well, somebody's looking for a new cleric, but I've already got a group. You're the one that put it vaguely.
I didn't want to tell them where we were.
Okay. The funny thing is, they don't know my name.
That is a very great point.
And I want to keep it that way.
They wouldn't know if it was you writing in the sky or not. Anyways, oh well.
Yeah, they wouldn't know that you were writing it to him if
I
you used
told
his
you
name.
I'm new to all of this fugitive business. I haven't done it in over 25 years. I'm used to traveling the realm at my leisure and in the open with no fears of the law or any misdemeanors that I may have committed because I don't commit misdemeanors.
Mm-mm-mm.
So,
Not even once?
Not in 25 years, give or take.
so what did you do in 25 years ago?
I'd rather not say.
Meanwhile, we're
kill?
committing misdemeanors like for breakfast and felonies, probably.
Murder hobos.
Almost.
So, what are you, another hour passes and still no, Azeroth.
Does anyone look like they're even taking an interest in our bard?
You're not out on deck.
Well, I was going to say, Brum, what's going on? Because I nearly just stepped out into water.
Well, we might have made some level of disturbance back at the hospital, and it would be better if we could leave. However, our friend Azeroth has yet to return. Our egress must be by river, and we did not feel we had the time to find proper passage.
I would assume he's probably at his temple, maybe. Either that or he's bragging to some poor fellow about his champion's belt.
They know you so well, Azeroth.
Hey. It was a hard-earned
Yes,
fought.
I've tried to find him at the temple. He may have missed my message. And perhaps if I tried again using a somewhat more a mobile messenger.
Azeroth, at this point, you are about an hour's travel out of town.
Animal
Jesus.
messenger. Again, this time we're going for a seagull. Or similar such water-bound, flighted animal.
All right. What is the message you're passing?
Azeroth, we're waiting for you at the river. We've turned the wagon into a barge. If you can't make it within the next couple of hours, I fear we may have to leave you behind. We might not exactly find the warmest welcome if we remain here much longer. I guess by the point the 25 word limit would cut him off.
That's word limit. Oh god. I just hear a message in the stop sentence again. What's wrong? That's Brum.
Another half hour passes, Azeroth, before the seagull comes up to you and relays the message.
Okay. Well, I know where to hit it. So I have to find a boat now. Would it be a boat in town or a boat outside of town? Actually, the bird can slightly tell me the direction, right? So I wouldn't be completely
No.
lost. Oh,
Only the message that he gave you is what is delivered.
okay. Well then.
And it's actually in his voice as well.
And he didn't specify. Well, he didn't specify where to go though.
He said that they were at the river on a
boat
barge.
yeah, on the river on a barge. So in town maybe? Okay.
It would be logical to assume that it's in town. The only problem is that there are 3 rivers connected to this city.
Yeah, no.
That said, you know the direction we're supposed to be taking, so you know we'd probably try to leave by the western.
No, we wouldn't. No. Bad Brum.
Unless you're not paying attention when we're drawing up the maps.
I've been paying attention. I was the one that suggested the way that with the most fighting, remember? Okay, then fine. I'd probably be moving towards the river. Because we figured the town would be the first place they would be at.
Are you moving with any speed?
He did say post haste, or how many words ran out? Did he run out before the end of the message? About how fast I should go in.
He said that they'd need to leave if he can't get there soon.
I guess I would do a casual sprint or jog because I don't want to overexert myself running.
Give me an athletics check.
Ooh, okay. Yeah. Wait. Oh, there we go.
Actually, Neon, you are an established character. You are an Anthro Rabbit in the game. And Tayto has your card. You are Neon I Vec. Azeroth, give me another athletics check. And another one. And one more. No, middle initial I. Last name Vec. Azeroth, you are able to make it through the town. You, despite your casual jog, you are incredibly exhausted by the time you get to the boat.
Yeah.
You have 1 level of exhaustion. However, you do spot the cart on the boat. Or rather, the cart is the boat. Basically, right underneath the doors for it, is where there is a large deck. The wheels have turned into large riverboat paddle things, you know, the big spinning wheels that drive boats.
Yep.
They are positioned on the outsides of the boat, the barge. There's actually quite enough space on there that you could probably fit 3 or maybe even 4 wagons.
Oh. I'm thoroughly impressed by this, but what of it? So how did you get a boat to turn into a... I mean, how'd you get a wagon to turn into a boat?
Moment, friend Azeroth, go on first. He retrieves his friend the rat and gives him a big wedge of... It's a sweet white cheese with chunks of hazelnut.
The rat accepts it gratefully. As soon as Azeroth is on the boat, the barge takes off from the dock.
Minor question, but does the rat stay with us or go back to the city?
Well, it's kind of trapped with you now.
My apologies, friend rat. You'll have to ride with us for a time. I'll introduce you to our friend the cook. I'm sure he'll feed you plenty of delicious things.
Sure.
Please don't
Don't do
even
that.
introduce him to Nim. He'll cook him. He'll probably
Nim will cook him. Yes, Nim will cook. If you ever wonder what happened to your rat
Nim,
friend,
see this rat? This is our friend. Give him like a ribbon or something.
give the rat a ribbon so he'll know not to cook the rat with the ribbon, okay?
Yeah.
Do you have a ribbon to give the rat?
No, but we could probably find one, make one, buy one later. Just keep him with you, Brum.
Brom, keep him in your room for now.
I'd like to remind you all that Brum does not technically have a room.
Yes, everyone has a room. Just pick
Brum
one out
has
of them.
not been made a room yet. There is
Brum
Zale's
is-
room, which is unoccupied, but...
Brum's actually been curling up under the dining table. He only sleeps 4 hours anyway.
Well, I suppose... I suppose that it is time for Brum to have his own room.
Quite unnecessary. I have no issue sleeping out here in the dining room, and
Nim
it gives me a
ushers
chance to.
everyone out of the mansion, ignoring you.
Oh, could it have like a constant waterfall of nuts?
Oh my god, don't.
It has a constant waterfall of nuts.
Good.
The entire room is also covered in soundproofing material.
And I like this room suddenly a lot more than before.
And there is also there are 2 paintings on the walls. Both of them are animated and can talk.
That's scary, but
The room is basically purposely designed so Brum does not have to annoy the rest of the group.
I like Brum. He doesn't annoy me that bad.
Oh
Go
yeah,
for
I
30.
guess we should fill in Neon on where your leg actually came from, Tayto. So
Thank you,
basically,
Neon.
there was a child, double amputee child, that you came into the room. Tayto and the child had been put in there. The child was taken out, and yeah, Tayto wound up getting one of the child's legs. You should really go back and watch that scene. It was quite, I'm quite proud of it. And of course, Tayto has your card, so he can he can request adjustments to it. Such as a knee cannon.
Ooh.
don't give a cannon. That's like giving a child a gun.
Can I have a gun?
No.
That is between you and what Artificer Neon Vec can accomplish.
Screw you, Azeroth. I'm getting a cannon.
Mm-mm.
Tayto, while you are
Here.
outside, one of those gems, like what your grandma delivered to you before, flies through the air, through the hair. Blah blah blah.
Oh, bloody.
It smashes into the side of your head.
Cool. How much damage?
None.
Okay, neat.
This one didn't travel very far. Not far enough to build up much speed
Okay.
yet. What are you going to do with it?
I'll pick it up. I'll look at it.
As you pick it up, it begins to play. Hello, Mr. Tayto. Thank you for accepting our message. We would like to inform you that your wages are being garnished for your hospital stay and the stolen limb from the child. We have turned it over to collections, and we will be seeking our finances from you. Thank you, and have a nice day.
You got a bill. Good job.
Tayto,
How much even? How much even
10%.
was the bill?
10% of your current money just disappears.
I didn't
What
have much
money?
to begin with.
Yeah, he kind of was.
I
broke,
know.
So they.
But your wages are going to be garnished.
I would like to note that they spent more on that message than they gained from that seizure.
Ah.
Anytime you receive money, 10% will be taken out automatically, so you will
It's only
not
for when
need
it
to
goes there.
worry about it. Also, this will last until the full bill of 10,000 gold pieces is settled. There is also
Okay.
2,000 gold pieces for the lake.
How can
3,000
they just
gold
do that?
pieces.
Where does the money even go?
3,000
How do they
gold
do that?
pieces for your use of the bed. 500 gold pieces for canceling your appointment with the doctor without proper 24-hour notice.
Oh, I didn't even get to see a doctor.
You realize you're talking to a recording, right?
Yes, he realizes it.
Looks like you may have to take them to court. I wonder if we can hire somebody to help you with that.
The list just goes on and on and on.
Can I throw away? Can I just throw it away?
It keeps
Yeah,
going
I throw away
as
the
you
diamond.
throw it away into the water, and you're just hearing, well, the total is a total of 200,000 gold pieces.
You may want to take them to court for that.
It's actually rather impressive. I can't ever get my messages to last 25 words.
Yeah, you're impressed by the fact that it talks.
This is a special little mail gem. And yes, Tayto is basically in debt for life.
You have to fight him in court, Tayto.
But you know, at least it's only 10% every time he gets money.
But how do they take it?
It just,
How are they doing it?
It's cursed. Consider
Magic.
It a curse on you. It's a magical curse.
I gotta find a way to block this out. They ain't getting my money.
Thank you, Windows, but you are 24 hours late. I set a reminder for me to take out the trash every Thursday. Except it's Friday now,
Oh.
and the reminder just popped up.
Lol. Good job.
I like Neon's explanation. The god of debt specifically allows messages to go beyond their 25-word limit, but only if the message is a bill.
Yeah, you gotta get out all the final.
On that note, I think that is a good point to stop. Tayto has his new leg. He needs to learn how to use it still. He and the Lily Proudhoof are engaged.
And debt for life, too.
Tayto is in debt for life. Lily might need to reconsider the engagement.
Nah. All we need to do is parade around until someone makes a plushie of Brum, sue them for everything they're worth and more, and use that money to pay it.
Well, he owes about what? How much in total?
200,000.
200,000 gold pieces, huh?
I mean, you guys did get, what was it, like, was it 80,000 platinum?
I don't even try to remember.
Well, we split it amongst the group.
No, it didn't get split amongst the group. It was just Nim's money.
And most of it went to the orphanage and homeless shelter.
So you need 20,000 platinum for all that. Shrek's got 4,400 platinum. Anyways. That is the wrong screen. And that is the wrong group picture. There we go. Everyone, thank you all so much for joining us for this evening of Fists of Furry Dungeons and Dragons. I really appreciate you all coming by and hanging out with us. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. Remember to hit that follow button, subscribe to the channel if you can. Someday they will make it to the grandmothers.
Over the river and through the woods to God. Where are we going?
You're going to Tato's grandma house.
Okay. Someplace in the Iceland to go.
So anyways, thank you all so much for joining us, and I bid you all adieu. Oh! Thank you. Before I forget, I will be back on Sunday. However, as of right now, the 24th and 25th are canceled. There will be no streams those days. Thank you all so much for your support throughout this year. I seriously could not do this without you guys. I've been streaming for quite a while, and we've really started to take off this year, and it is thanks to all of you. Remember to hit that follow button. Support us however you can. Just sharing it goes a really long way. Anyways, I will be back on Sunday. We will try to do some Monster Hunter World. I don't know what we'll actually do. We'll see. But for the meantime, thank you all, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Have a happy holidays.
I think Tayto went AFK.
Hi, I'm here. Bye.